Welcome to the Sunday service. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, everyone. Hey, Clementina Igadi, thank you so much for that membership. Look at you blessing me even before I start the stream. Clementina Igadi was one of the winners of the monetization Kickstart fund. And thank you so much for that lovely surprise. It was so nice hanging out with you earlier when you're decorating the cake. This is for you. You've just started blessing me here. You've just started giving me blessings here. Clementina Igadi, this is for you. Welcome to the Green Army. Welcome to the Green Army, Clementina. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. Eva Kika, nice to see you. How you doing? Jaden is in the house. Welcome, Jaden. What's going on? And Jaden has already jumped over at NoveltyQueens live. I like that. Yes, we are streaming on both sides. So we are streaming both on my channel and on NoveltyQueens side. So if you don't have Novelty, I want us to jump over there so that we can give us support and you can watch the live stream from there. Once again, Clementina Igadi, thank you so much for that blessing. Thank you so much for that. I don't take it for granted. That is NoveltyQueens channel. We are multi-streaming. So in case you don't have NoveltyQueens design, this is an amazing lady. I've always wanted to have to speak to Novelty for the last 3 months. But we had to look at our schedules. I have to get my people to call her people. And eventually we got a date, and she's going to talk about how this has been a plan in waiting. So in case you don't have NoveltyQueens designs, please connect to her. You can see already there, she's seated there, ready, settled, ready to join me. So before she speaks, do take your time just to be able to connect to her channel, get to understand what it's all about. But you can see how the banner, it's the banner for me, guys. It's the banner for me. It is the profile picture. That does not look like a channel that is for people who are not serious. That is a serious channel. Look at there's a bit of effort that goes in there in terms of designing these things. And I always make noise about these things. You guys never hear these things at the academy. Now watch for yourself. Novelty is not even at 1K. But that channel looks like a 10K channel already. The designs have been done. The day she gets to 10K, she'll be worrying about other problems. She'll be having new problems at that level. Title Pro, nice to see you. Welcome, Title Pro. I see Life of Pearl. Life of Pearl must be from your community. I don't think I've connected to you, Life of Pearl. But welcome. Good morning, Novelty and panelists. Good morning to you. I'll introduce myself shortly. I just realized I did not do it. Jaden, thank you so much. I see you. I already see you over at Novelty side. Thank you so much. Title Pro, welcome, Title Pro. Nice to see you. How is Toby? How is your dog, Toby? Title Pro is busy screaming. My name is Goga. Like Title Pro, it's too. Title Pro, it's too early. It's too early. We are the Sunday service. So you screaming my name. Okay, I don't. Title Pro, you don't have enough vowels for me to scream. It needs like. Your name needs vowels for me to like scream it. It's like Title. No, it doesn't come out. It doesn't come out the way I would want. Like Novelty will say Novelty or something like that. Or Igadi or something like that. Or Hakika. Title Pro, we need a name with vowel somewhere in there. Then it will make so much sense. Like you see now we have okay. I don't know how to say this, but I love this name. Good day to you. I don't know. I'm sure I'm butchering it. Novelty, how do you say this? Is your community. How do you say this name? I'm sure you. I'm sure there's.
Is this
I love it. Like. That's a very good name. That's a very good name actually. Like like anybody, those reactions when you see something cute and nice and puffy eyes. Like yeah. But again, screaming may be a bit of a problem to the name. Toby, Title Pro says Toby is good. He was out playing in the first. No, nice. Let me ask Novelty, because Novelty is in Canada. Novelty, is it already snowing in Canada, or it's just cold?
Yes, it started today.
Wow. Okay.
It's,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Wow. So Turtle Pro says the same thing, that it just the first snow just dropped there in Michigan. So I guess you guys clearly are enjoying the same. You're having the same experience. I
Mm-hmm.
have never I have never seen snow. Let me just confess. I have never seen snow unless it's the stuff you see on TV. I have no idea what it looks like. You have to paint for me a picture. Is it ice? Can somebody touch snow? Can somebody like collect it and take it to their house? Can they put it in a bowl? I have so many questions. You'll have to explain to me what the first snow looks like. Okay. Uh, right. Says it's just my initials. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Protect your government name on YouTube. Protect your government name on YouTube. It's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Protect your government name on YouTube. I have never seen snow. Okay, Clementina says, I have never seen snow too, Goga. You are not alone. Yes, Novelty has to explain to us. We are in Africa. We don't have those things. Like, I think it's only one country that has, and you can't even call it snow. I think it's frost in South Africa. Like when you go down in the South Africa, Namibia, or maybe up in Egypt. Those ones, maybe they experience those seasons. But here in like we live in I live in East Africa, so like somewhere in the middle of Africa, like, literally where the equator passes, we never have those extremes. It's
Oh,
either like it's very difficult to like even visualize what snow will look like. It gets cold, yes, but I think the level of cold here, Novelty will be walking in a t-shirt. Whatever I call cold here, I think Novelty will definitely comfortably walk in a t-shirt and say,
oh,
Goga, stop being dramatic.
that would be like cool, like my back home. Like my back home here, you can't walk in. Although honestly, there are a few I have in this lifetime. I have witnessed many people that wear t-shirts and shorts alone in the wintertime. Not many, but I have seen a few. I don't know how they do it. But for me, I buckle down in the wintertime. I literally have to wear probably 3 t-shirts, 2
Wow.
sweaters, plus my jacket, plus my scarf, plus my hat, plus my gloves, plus a few tights, and jogging pants over it.
All right. I'm just reading a few chats here, and maybe we can just give you some few reactions. So, like, says Africa is much like Arizona, very, very similar. And no snow unless you go up the north. And Canada is literally on that. I guess Canada is up the north, probably. And then Title Pro says, Title Pro agrees with you that, yeah, indeed. Even in, let me see whether I think I missed some chats. Even when there is snow, even when the snow is deep, there will be people in shorts. There'll be people in shorts.
Yeah.
We call it freeze and shine on this side of the world. Like you are freezing, yes, but you have to shine because you don't want people to miss. You don't want the drip to be diluted. You have to look good. I would love to play in the snow. Shay, one day we will get there. Maybe Novelty. Let me just and this can be part of our icebreaker before we we have 2 more minutes before we start. Maybe to Clementina Igadu is watching you from. She's a baker, by the way. She bakes nice birthday cakes and stuff from Nigeria.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe to Clementina, who may not, and myself, who may not know what snow looks like. Like, so you say that you got snow today. The first snow dropped today in Canada. Can you just paint for us a picture what it looks like? Is it like rain? Is it like? Just explain to us in a way like a 3-year-old would understand.
Well, for us with the snow right now, so basically our ground is covered in white. So yeah, it's covered in white. It's only a little bit right now. It's not a lot, so it covers the surface of the ground.
Yeah.
It's cold. The amount of snow we have right now, you can't pick it up because it's not enough to pick up. You'll be picking up dirt and stuff with that. Yes, and because it's just the start, like when you put snow in your hand, it tends to melt quickly. Depends on like the your body temperature. If you're a person that's always hot or your hand is warm, it's gonna melt very quickly and turn into like water.
Uh-huh.
Um, there's different types. Like there's times where the snow can turn into ice depending on how cold it gets in the wintertime.
Yeah.
That is very dangerous. um, turns into ice. There's other times where it's just very soft and fluffy but cold. It's soft and fluffy, yes. In the wintertime, it gets like when it snows to a certain extent, you could like go lay down in it, and we like to make what we call like snow angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just lay in it.
I see kids doing that stuff during the Christmas season. Yeah.
Right. And if you could collect a bundle of it and you kind of form it, you could kind of use your hand to mold it into a circle. Yeah. And it kind of hardens a bit. Sometimes it hardens a lot where it's kind of dangerous. You can't throw it at somebody, but a lot of times it's more soft where people like to like throw it at each other. So that's the best I could explain of it.
I think you did an amazing job. So I'll be looking forward to seeing a video one of these days. Yes. Clementina, watch out for Novelty Queens later, or she'll do a short for us probably so that we can have a sense of what, at least now you can visualize what she explained. And let me just ask you generally, because I do know, like now you said the snow started today. So in the month of December, what is that going to look like? Because I always see that now you're in the winter season. So I know it normally runs for like a minute and things like that. So what, is it going to like get like, I don't know that I'm saying that using the right word. Is it going to get worse in such a way that you can't drive in it, or is it something that is manageable?
Honestly, it doesn't matter how much snow there is, because we have snow plows, and normally like when it snows early in the morning, from like in the AMs, they have the plows to clear the road so you can drive. There are instances where it's overbearing and you cannot, but you can, but it has to be very slow and steady.
Oh wow.
Slow and steady. As for how it's going to be in December, it's kind of hard for me to predict that because the Canadian weather is bipolar. It's bipolar, and every winter is different. Like for instance, like I feel if my memory, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel this time last year we didn't have snow, because sometimes we don't have snow until December. Sometimes we don't have snow until January.
Oh wow.
And it all depends, because sometimes the snow, it could be very devastating, and sometimes it's kind of mild. The snow is mild, but the temperature could be very cold, so it depends. Ooh, and sometimes we have a lot of snow, but the temperature is actually really nice, because snow to me can be a very beautiful thing. Like wintertime could be beautiful, although I don't like snow in winter, but it could be very beautiful. It's nice. Very beautiful, yeah, because when the snow falls and there's a lot of it, it kind of glistens.
Yes. That should be very cool.
Yes, especially when the icicles form, like when the snow melts a bit and the temperature gets cold too quickly, it forms icicles.
Oh, nice. And yes. Clementina says, I would love to build a snowman or snow queen. Yes. I'm subscribed. I like how you use I like how she used the word queen very deliberately. Novelty Queens designs, guys. I like how she used she totally changed her mind. Like, no, not man, queen. I am subscribed to her and I can't wait for those shots. Yes, let's look forward to it, because I think we are also getting into the Vlogmas season. And I think snow is always a very excellent addition in a lot of channels. You'll see it with a lot of our Canadian friends, American friends. Yeah, they'll be dropping a lot of videos with snow, them driving in the snow and things like that. So I think it's a good thing. So guys, without further ado, let us start this conversation. I'm going to read a short biography just to introduce the beautiful lady you are seeing on the screen, and then we will start our conversation. The rest will find us as we talk. I'm appointing Nightbot. I think is working perfectly fine. I'll be able to see your chat. So in case you have any question you want to ask Novelty, feel free to drop it on the chat. Feel free to drop it on the chat. Then I'll be able to highlight it for her, and then we'll be able to like at least make sure that at least she's concentrating on the show and not struggling to read all these chats that are flying on the chat section. Title Pro says the snow that fell this morning is already melting. Oh wow, okay, good to know. It's night time here. So when you say morning, I'm like, I got confused there. Like almost 8 p.m. here in the evening, and then Red Room is like screaming your name there, Novelty, Novelty, with crowns and whatnot and whatnot. Red Room, I hope your son is doing well. I dropped you a message. I hope your son is doing well. He had to leave a live stream abruptly on Friday. His son got sick. I'm hoping that he's doing better now. But the fact that you're here on YouTube means that he must have improved. You need to be here just giving us receipts and mix up. If he was not well. All right, and then hold on, I have to share this. And yes, guys, please share the live stream out. Please share the live stream out if you haven't already. And yes, we are on a mission. We need to get Novelty to 1K. And she only needs like very few to get to 800. I think she's going to get to 1K before the month ends. So let us push that house. That house needs to get to 1K. It is almost there. She's just like literally smelling the 1K. So we can make it happen. And thanks so much, Redroom, for sharing this out. I really appreciate that. All right, guys, without further ado, allow me to read this real quick, and then we'll bring up Novelty, and then we can start our conversation. I will pause the music briefly. So to those who are watching me, my name is Goga. I'm a content creator who is based in Kenya. Usually, I host a show called The Sunday Service every Sunday. The Sunday Service is usually like a platform and a forum to like showcase a content creator from anywhere in the world, regardless of their subscriber numbers, regardless of their content, regardless of their niche. We normally bring them to the Sunday Service so that we can learn from them. So the Sunday Service is also a platform for learning, where we learn from each and every creator on this YouTube platform to understand why they do what they do on YouTube. And today we are so honored to have a queen who is going to talk to us about a lot of things. She's a very multifaceted person, be it crocheting, be it like, creating like necklaces and whatnot, be it designing t-shirts. That also means she also like runs a business, and we are going to see the business and the brand aspects of content creation, the other side of things, which definitely I don't think is easy for anybody who actually explores like starting a small business. And that is why Novelty Queens Designs is here. The link is pinned on top of my chat. So in case you're watching the live stream from my live stream, there's a link that is pinned on top of my chat. Click on that link. It will throw you over to her channel. We are multi-streaming. So the stream is happening both on my channel and her channel. So the best support you can give her is actually watch the live stream from her channel. She needs the watch hours and she needs the numbers. So stay there. And then at the end of the live stream, I will tell you to come back when she's leaving. So watch the live stream from there so that you can give us support today, so that at least she can get in those numbers. So without further ado, let me just read a quick introduction that I whipped for her. So today we are meeting a woman whose creativity doesn't just shine, it multiplies. From her cozy corner in Toronto, she's turned threads, beads, and bright ideas into a brand that celebrates both art and ambition. She is Novelty Queens Designs, the heart, hands, and hustle behind the channel Novelty Queens Designs. And this is right across the entire social media spectrum, be it her Instagram, her TikTok, and whatnot. You will find that as her brand name. Very searchable on YouTube, by the way. When you just type Novelty Queens, it's the only channel that has that name. Her journey is one of color and courage, where crochet meets commerce, where imagination meets intention, and with every handmade purse, every beaded bracelet, every t-shirt and tumbler, she reminds us that creativity can be both beautiful and bankable. And bankable now brings in the aspect of business. But what truly sets her apart is her generosity. She does not just create. She teaches, She shares, she uplifts. On her channel, she opens the curtain for other dreamers, that is content creators like us, showing us how to package, price, and proudly present our craft to the world. So whether she's behind the camera curating her next collection or mentoring fellow makers on these YouTube streets, Novelty Queen stands as a beacon for every creative who dares to dream bigger and even has ambitions to ever transform their channel or their content creation journey into a business. Because for her, it's more than handmade, it is heart-made. It is building a legacy one design at a time. Novelty Queens, I may not have done it justice, but you can introduce yourself now to the community in the best way you know how, but I had to make sure that we give those that nice backdrop. So welcome to the Sunday service. Such an honor having you here. So to the people who don't know who Novelty Queens is, in a nutshell, just tell us who you are, where you're based, anything, whatever introduction looks like for you.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you guys for having me here. It is an honor. As you already know, I am Novelty, and I am the CEO, as I would like to call it, of NoveltyQueens Designs. I have a boutique, and I also, as you can see, have various different channels in which I display my creativity, my crafts, my products all over my social platforms. I will start by telling you guys how I started, how Novelty Queens came to be. And honestly, it actually started within the month of November. It's actually my brand's birthday.
Wow. Us.
Yes, and it started for me as a dream, like literally. I actually wanted to create a space and a brand that celebrated originality, self-expression, and empowerment. And what actually began as small crafting actually turned into a creative movement for me. And it went from tumblers and t-shirts to accessories, and I implemented motivational content over time. And everything that I created, I realized it started to like help other people. Like people will come, and when I put out my tutorials, people started to, express themselves and say like, you know what, I have an idea that I wanted to create, but I don't know how. Do you mind creating it for me? And I would create it. And I realized that, in terms of the creative aspect, there's a lot of people that was actually drawn into it. And I started to realize that I was doing something that allowed people to embrace their uniqueness and feel proud of who they were. And it also allowed me to feel, proud of who I was and what I was doing.
Nice.
Thank you. And as for my name, the name that I originally came up with, to be honest, was not Novelty Queens. The first name I actually came up with for my brand was actually Trending Queens.
Oh.
And that name I wanted because, a little backstory, growing up, I've always had many compliments in terms of how I dress, how I did my hair, how I did my nails when I was doing my nails and all these things. When I was a young spring chicken, I had a lot.
You don't look a day over 20. So.
I don't look it, but I feel it. But yes, I always had a lot of compliments, and whether I was at work or I was on the road or even taking a bus, like male, females, children always complimented me. And over time, I guess it kind of started to develop something within me. As time went by, I started to think to myself, like, maybe I can start a brand, because if people love the way I dress now, like they would love what it is that I present to them. And this is how I started the brand, and that was how Trending Queens came about. However, I did some research and I realized that there was a lot of Trending Queens all about the place. And so
you needed to be the only queen who is trending.
I'm saying, and so I started to think about different names, because in the times when I came up with my branding, AI wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
AI wasn't a thing, so we couldn't just, scoot on over to our good friend AI and be like, hey, help me fix up some names or help me brainstorm some names. So I really had to sit down and, grab my pen and paper, and I started to think about the things that represented me, and I came up with novelty. And for me, novelty represents uniqueness. It was the idea that you were never meant to fit in because you were born to stand out. And then queens, I came up with that after, and I put it together, but it kind of strung from the trending queens. But queens for me was more of a reflection of confidence and community, and it was that thing that represents your self-worth. And together it just formed Novelty Queens. And in whole, the meaning for me is originality, and you're standing within your originality as royalty. And with that, I try to make sure that I also implement this not only in my products, but within the messages that I put anywhere on any platform. And yeah.
Like that. No, I did not want to interrupt because I think you went and you gave us a very amazing backstory. And I like what you said.
Yeah.
For me, I realized I was starting a you said something. For me, I realized I was building a movement. And I really love that word. I was building a movement. And most of us never really realize how big, the things we are doing, they can be actually a movement. It can be the next revolution.
Exactly.
So let me just walk you back, like design, crafting, all these amazing things you're doing. Is it something that is it something that you took passion for from a very young age, or is it something that you developed interest into over time?
Actually, from sorry, sorry, one
Or
second.
we can sip our waters.
Yes. I sip water and mind our business.
No, the business part is a bit debatable, but yeah, we'll sip the water for sure.
Yes. Um, in terms of my creativity, to be honest with you, I've always been very creative. I wish I had some old sketchbooks, but I don't know where
Mm.
those are, but I've always been very creative. When I was a child, when children were drawing like stick figures, I would be drawing like scorpions and very detailed individuals and places and things. Um, it was always just something that was a part of me. I've always been very creative. I've actually had a very lovely teacher. She was actually my grade 2 teacher. Her name was Miss Steinberg. I'll never forget it. Miss
Teachers.
Yes, and to be honest, she wasn't even like my direct teacher. She was just somebody that saw me, and I guess you could say she became more of a mentor, I guess. I don't know how to explain her, but she would come into my classroom, and sometimes she'll take me to her class, and over time, like, you would have thought that I was one of her students. And she recognized my creativity, and she decided to expand on it. So she taught me different type of things. Like, she was actually the person that taught me how to crochet when I was younger. She created a dance movement in our school, and she recruited me to be a part of it. And these type of things made a very huge impact on my creativity and how I viewed it. Because before that, it was just, okay, I knew how to do these things, and okay, that's cool. But her believing in me made me believe within myself. And I realized, like, over time, as I got older, I started to implement my craft and my creativity into everything I did. So whether it was a school project, until as I got older, I actually worked in a daycare, and I started to use my skills to teach my children, my students. And so I would draw pictures, and I would draw iguana, and then I would put an eye, I'll make
Yeah.
little cue cards for them, and it actually helped them to learn a lot. Um, I also learned to implement it with my own children, because when they went to school, they had their projects. They'll come, and
Oh,
yes, I end up drawing like all their
and I'm not saying oh, like calling you oh, because I know you have. I'm like reacting. Wow.
yes. Um it just became a part of my life. It became a part of my life, and as I got older, I actually wanted to have started a business from a long time ago, probably from like 20 years ago, to be honest.
Yeah.
But when you have children, you're growing children. Like for me, it was about raising my children. That was my focus, and obviously working. So I didn't have time to explore my creativity in terms of business wise, but it was
Wow.
always a dream of mine because I wanted to share my creativity with the world, right? And that's kind of how I came about with my mission statement, because I wanted to empower other creatives and dreamers to build the life that they love. And I wanted them to do it while staying soft and confident, like, and being true to themselves. And whether it was through my products or my vlogs or my community, I just wanted people to feel seen and inspired and motivated, and just to keep going, like, you know what I mean? Because I know what it's like, especially to have all that creativity like boggled up within yourself and not being able to express it, because life is always life in. Life
Absolutely.
is always life in. And so I decided that when I had a chance, and that chance came around, COVID.
Oh, 20, oh God, 2020. Man.
Yes. I actually had started my business prior to that, but COVID, I feel, opened up the door because we were all locked in, right? And
Yeah.
we didn't have to worry about working and stepping outside, and your children were going to school inside your home. So I had time to actually sit down and express myself and actually focus on my business and push my business and my creativity even further than I possibly could imagine. And honestly, like, I've developed so much more than what I began with in the first place.
Oh wow, and we are going to explore this because I'm very curious. There's so much love on the chat. Special K says that she loves those words.
Thank you.
Ola Jo, the crochet sailor, is also one of my amazing friends. She's just so like excited that, oh my god, I love the, when you mention crochet, you are just like speaking to her heart, because that is something that goes right into her content. And especially saying thank you so much for the amazing badges that you made her. So you're getting your flowers in there. Okay. And then I think Redrum wants to like start a war on the chat, but has managed for us, because Red is trying to test you. And then Clementina Igadi says something very nice. She loves your laugh. Novelty, you have the most amazing laugh on YouTube. Has anybody ever told you that I actually love your laughter? The first time I ever, I'm like, I like how this lady laughs, and you just keep laughing, and it's very infectious. Um, where do you get that from? Because it actually also makes you like it makes you very approachable. I'd not even known you. I never even knew who you are, and I was like, she has to come to the Sunday service. It's just because of the laughter. I was like, this is a ball of energy. I like her energy.
I don't know. I've always been like that. Like, my friends, my family
Yeah,
members, like, they've always, it's funny because, like, I'm the type of person, it's kind of, sometimes it's hard for me to tell a story that's funny,
yeah.
because as soon as I start telling the joke, like, I start to laugh. And oftentimes, like, my family members will start to laugh too, and everybody will be laughing, and then they will realize, like, wait, we didn't even get the joke yet. And they'll be like, can you stop laughing and tell the joke? Like, but people always say, like, my laugh is contagious, because when I start laughing, they laugh too. And I don't know, it's always just been a thing. Like, and it's funny because that's actually one thing that I was always like insecure about
Oh wow.
growing up. Yeah, so every time I laugh, I would try not to laugh, and when I do laugh, I would laugh more like this.
Oh, like to hide it and suppress it.
Yes, and I actually don't even know when I got over that. I just realized one day I did, and people would compliment me more on my laugh and my smile, and then it hit me, and I'll be like, wait, I don't cover my face anymore, and I'm not holding my laugh anymore. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love that. I love that. And stop making my head swell. I just got a compliment out of your laughter and my laughter. So Say side note, I was thinking and kept on hearing about Goga, and Sinim is so full of energy and joy. This is a great collaboration because novelty is the same. It was a match. That's the first time I thought, I was like, and I think I told Simone even before I told Novelty herself, because I think Novelty are not even connected to me yet. So I literally said it even before speaking to the person. So when she came to my live stream for the first time, she's like, "Are you talking to me?" Like she was even asking us. Like, Goga, I've just been sent here for the first time. Are you talking to me? Are you actually addressing me? I'm like, yes, you are amazing at Simone's live stream. You need to come to the Sunday service. I just went on a whole tangent. And I knew it was going to happen. So thank you so much for really making this happen.
It's the Scorpio connection.
Scorpio connection. And hey guys, November people, they're trying to silence us because they're saying we are all over the place. Everybody's celebrating their birthday in November, but we're gonna be decent. But there's a king on the live stream, there's a queen on the live stream, so get used to royalty. It's called NoveltyQueens, not Novelty Girl. NoveltyQueens. And more nice to see you as well. Thank you so much. And once again, guys, if you have not connected to Novelty Queens, I call her NQ just to shorten my life. There's a link that is pinned on top of my chat. It will take you directly to her channel. We are on a mission to make sure that we push her towards the 1K threshold. So make sure you're part of that community and watch the live stream from there so that you can give her that WH support. Actually, you get out of my live stream and go and watch the live stream from her side. I can actually see your chats. And stuff like that. So Goga, did you start early today? No, we did not start early. Americans, you guys and your funny time zone that has changed. Leave me alone. That Novelty, did the time change also in Canada? Where they move like 1 hour, I think, behind or something. Is it? Yeah. Something
I think we had that back in October, actually.
Okay. So David, guys, how do you get an extra hour and you are still late for the Sunday service? Like, I don't even understand. Like, you get an extra hour of sleep, you get an extra hour of everything, and you are still late for the Sunday service. Like, the concept of time. The concept of time is clearly alien to some people here. You said something very nice. You talked about motherhood. And you say that one of the ways that you infused your craft is that when your kids are getting the crafting assignments, mom was always coming to the rescue. Nobel, how much did you overdo this? Because I know literally you enjoy it. So I'm sure you even made your kids outshine the other kids like insanely. Talk to us about this experience. Mom was enjoying the homework more than the kids, for sure.
It's funny because my daughter, she always got A+ because of whenever I do her.
Because mom was doing the assignment.
Yes, but it also made her so proud at school, and her friends were in oohs and ahs with her, like oh my gosh, your mom did that, and so was her teachers. They were happy to see. And it became a thing where when my daughter actually, when she reached high school, I was still, of course, doing her drawings for her. And I actually was recruited by her teachers and her school to actually, because they came up with a group. It's called Black Way United or Black United, something like that. I don't remember the name of it. It became a thing that they made, and it became a part of the school curricular for the children. And they empowered entrepreneurs from the community and children that wanted to start their own business, and a lot of Black empowerment.
Nice.
Yes, and they entrusted me to actually draw the logo for that that movement, and it's all because I've been doing my daughter's homework. Yes, they loved it. So yeah.
Have the kids? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many kids there you have or something. Just
2.
maybe to the 2. Have they taken up the crafting? Do you see it in them? Do you think it has been passed on, or they're doing their own things?
Okay, so let me tell you first, okay? My daughter, I found out that she can draw when she was in grade 11.
Oh, okay.
And and she's actually better than me.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but then I was just like, so girl, you've been hustling me all your life.
Like all that time I used to spend.
Yes, because as much as I enjoyed it, but I did it because I figured she didn't know, because she just always asks me. She'll bring it to me. She's like, Mom, can you draw this for me? And who could say no to that little face? Like, you're just like, okay, cool. Like, you know? And then obviously because she's your child, you want to make sure that like everybody knows. So you have to put 110% into it. Like, you know what I mean? Even though she was only like grade 2.
And then yeah. So you are that mother. You are that mom.
I am. And so I was doing her work and all this type of stuff, right? And my son, like, for my son, well, I'll explain him after because he's a whole different story. But for my daughter, I was doing it all this time and whatever the case is. Because I remember, like, there are times, like, before, like, when she first brought it to me, I'll say, baby, why don't you try to draw it? And she'd be like, I can't. I tried. Like, you know, and I'll be like, okay, fine. Mama got you. Like, you know. But I remember because as she got older and she grew into herself and her little personality started to really like come out and she became who she is, right? And a part of that was she got into animation because I grew up watching a lot of animes and cartoons with my children and kids movies and stuff like that. And it kind of molded them into who they are. And my daughter now, she's like an anime fanatic, right? Yes. And she had her room. Actually, my work room was actually her room before. And I gave her my room, which is a bigger room, and I took this room. And I noticed when I came in here, there was a drawing on the door. And it was one of the anime characters. And this is how I know that she was able to draw. And I saw it and I said, hold up, wait a minute. I'm like, Shari, did you draw this? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, so all this time, all this time, you knew how to draw. And you're here hustling me? And she's like, well, Mom, you love to do it, so why not?
Exactly. Like, Mom will do it anyway. She likes shining in this, so I would have done the same.
I'm saying, but I mean, it was still a little bonding moment and stuff like that, so I don't regret it. But yeah, I start to realize that my daughter, she's actually exactly like me. She does a lot of activities that I've done growing up, like a lot of sports. She's very athletic.
Yeah.
She draws. The other day I heard her singing and I'm like, hold up, you can sing too? What else you got going on over there? As for my son, the only thing he took from me is a little bit athletic, because my son is type of child, he doesn't like to go above and beyond.
The soft life, easy. Like
exactly. Right? Exactly. Like, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's my kind of person.
Yeah, like like when my son, when he was younger, right? Because he started school very early. He started when he was like 3, going on 4, because he was very articulate and very smart, right? And he was already potty trained and everything. So they said, okay, fine. We don't normally do this, but let him stay for a day so we can see if he's ready, and we'll let you know when you pick him up. Because he wanted to go to school because his sister's going to school, right?
Yeah.
And so I talked to the principal. I dropped him off for the day, and then when I picked him up, they're like, he could start tomorrow.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And so my daughter, I believe that they start doing track in grade 2, I believe. I think that's what it was. It was a while back, but I think it's grade 2. My son in kindergarten wanted to do track, and I keep telling him, like, you can't do track because you're not old enough as yet, right? You have to wait a couple years. And so finally, when he got to grade 2, the first thing he did was he tried out for the track team. And as per usual, I go to my children's track meets, right, and their events. So I went to his event, and believe you or not, this child is running on the track. And he was so fast, and I was very fast too, right? In my school, in my elementary, I was the 3rd fastest.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, when I got to grade 8, I was the 1st. And then when I got to grade 9, I was the second fastest in the school. My children take after me. My daughter was actually very fast. She was the fastest in her school growing up. And my son, I found out he was actually very fast as well on the track. The thing was, he was running and he was first. And I got up on the stand and I said, "Yay, baby, go." And so he ran off the track and he ran onto the stand and he came and he sat down and he said, "Hi, mommy." And I said, "Baby, what are you doing? You're going to get disqualified." I said, "You're going to get disqualified." I said, "You can't run off the track and you're about to win." And he says, "Yeah, but I just want to come and say hi to my mom." He's like, "I can't talk to my mom." And I said, "Yeah, baby, but this is not the time." Like, you know,
We have to win.
yeah. And I'm like, "Now you're not going to be able to go to the finish, go to the next race." And he says, "Well, it's okay. I have to preserve my energy anyways."
I love that boy already.
Everybody loved my son. Like, he was always a character, like, you know. And then, like, as he got older, I started to realize, like, he didn't do much sports because, like I said, he doesn't want to do things that hackle him up too much. But he did fall in love with basketball, and he actually wanted to pursue basketball outside of high school.
Oh, nice.
But then I told him that, you know, it's not how it looks on TV. Like, basketball players, they're still in college or university. They still have to have an education. They still have to major in something. And so he decided that he no longer wanted to have a basketball career. Because he's the type, he doesn't want to do too much. Like, he wants to do his own business and, like, you know what I mean? His own stuff, but it has to be something that's not too hackling. I don't know what career that's going to be, but when he finds it, I hope he lets me know.
You know, the beauty that mom is a creative, so mom kind of relates and understands. It's like, yes, you can choose to go. You can choose to go off the, you know, the common path that everybody takes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Raising these kids in Canada also, you know, present, and I think there's a very beautiful comment that came on the chat from AAW, and AAW said, "That's so needed in places where Black kids are the minority." This is when we were talking about designing the logo for that, you know, for that organization, to show them they are seen, heard, and beautiful. Raising kids in a country like Canada, what has that experience been like? Because Canada also has a different, you know, it's a different environment, probably different than maybe what home used to be like. Maybe just paint for us a picture in terms of just that, you know, trying to make sure that at least you are bridging that cultural aspect even in the kids as they are growing up.
Okay, so for my children, the way I raise my children, I kind of raise my children not to the extent of how we were raised by my parents growing up, but I kind of gave them a little back home vibe. Like, for instance, when my children were younger, in the summertime, because at the daycare, when I was working at the daycare, I had a lot of flexibility in terms of my vacation. And so I was able to go back home for like a month or two, right? Every year. And so I would bring my children there, and when they go home, I would put them into school, like, you know, summer school or programs down there. And they get to experience not only the aspects of growing up in Canada, but the aspects of growing back home as well, right? So they had a bit of, you know, a different morality and principles from both sides. And I think it kind of helped in terms of how they're raised and stuff like that, because they got to see things from different angles. And also I made sure to show them that the world is not one-sided, like, you know. So I actually placed them in a lot of activities because I wanted them to have a choice. I feel like growing up being a Black child, a lot of times, especially when our parents, because I grew up in times where everybody's parent, like, we raised ourselves basically, right? Because our parents were always working, trying to, you know, maintain a home. So a lot of the children I was raised around, grew up with, we basically were cooking and, you know, knocking on each other's door to borrow a tomato or an onion. Like, you know what I mean? We were doing the grocery shopping. Like, we were doing a lot of stuff, right? And we didn't, other from like what the school was giving us, we didn't have anything outside of that where our parents were putting us in, right? And for me, I didn't want that for my children. I wanted them to have more opportunity. Like my son, he did taekwondo. My daughter, she did aqua gymnastics and she did ballet. Like, you know,
Wow.
yes, I also put them in cooking class. Although I was a bit disappointed with the cooking class because all they did was I was hoping they would learn to cook some rice and peas and some chicken, but they were making pizza.
Hey, they are making what?
They were making pizza. Like, but I mean, you know what I mean? But it still was a part of who they were becoming, because with that, my daughter, she actually loves baking now. And I actually also baked with my children on the weekends, because weekends for me, yeah, I was never the type to, I don't go out, right? It was just work and my children for me. Like my children are like my personal handbags. Everywhere I was, they were. And my motto was, if my children can't come, I can't go either. Right? So my children, we did a lot of stuff. I made sure that they were exposed to a lot of things, especially my daughter and my son, because I believe that the way how you carry yourself as a parent is the way how your children are going to grow up and carry themselves, right?
Yeah.
So there are certain things that I made sure that I modeled so it would reflect them when their principles and morals as they got older. And also, like I said, with the activities I put them in, I wanted to put them in activities so they know like there's options out there. Like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Yes. Same thing with food. I gave my children things I don't even eat. I would never try. I would never try, but I made my kids eat it because I wanted them. Like I said, I feel like in order for them to become their own individuals and their own persons, like they need to be exposed to different things. Like, you know what I mean? So I didn't grow them like a typical, you know, the typical Black home. I went above and beyond with them. And I'm glad I did, because I realized like who my children are right now. Like I'm very proud of who they became.
Nice. And guys, if you have any question you want to ask Novelty Queens, feel free to drop it on the chat. John Parker, I see you there. John is so excited. John being a teacher and everything. She's just like, yes, yeah, all the points there. All the points there. And thank you so much, everyone who is supporting Novelty. Yes, we need to push that house. That house needs to be pushed. That house needs to be pushed hard. AW says, being on the artist helps with that too. I do black art, so I surround myself with children with the beauty of our people because we are a minority in Arizona. So I think I like that perspective 100%. 100%. Let's see whether there's anything that I may have skipped or I missed. There's a comment here that Red Room, this is just Red Room being Red Room. I feel like going into troll mode since she handles trolls so well. There's something you said during your introduction, and I think it struck with me. You remember your teacher, and you remember how your teacher offered you a place to express yourself, even when she was not necessarily obligated to have you in those rooms.
Yes.
It's like, and you know, and I think that's a very important thing. Somebody believed in you from a very young age. Mm-hmm. And I can even tell probably that's the trajectory you took, not just even in raising your kids, but also, you know, having worked in the daycare and the rest. You know, right. Somebody just helping you like frame, you know, there's something she saw at that because, and you know, in Africa here, we normally have a saying that there's something that an older person may see while sitting down that you cannot see when you're standing on top of a tree. And right. She saw something from a very young age. Why do you think it's important, especially now, knowing what you know now? Because, and having grown up in a Black family, I remember like creativity was something that was not exactly appreciated. It was very simple. You need to go to school to become a doctor or a lawyer, or, you know, the usual stuff they always tell us. But if you ever express talent, like I remember that this amazing kid who used to sit next to me, like in primary school. He was amazing at drawing stuff. Like it was like picture perfect. But I remember, you know, like I remember I used to be punished because he never used to, you know, the classwork used to suffer because he's busy, like half his book are spent on drawings. And I used to find him very talented, but the teachers used to like, you know, beat the hell out of him punish him because he's not concentrating on the real classwork.
Right.
But Yeah, but the world has changed, things are changing. Knowing what you know now, why do you think it's important, especially to like nurture this kind of creativity from a very tender age? Especially having been one of the beneficiaries of your teachers seeing right through what you'd have, you could do.
Honestly, it wasn't just that one teacher. My brother, actually, he's a Scorpio as well. His birthday is November 4th. My eldest brother.
Everybody in your family is born in November?
Yes, just about. My brother, my sister, my mother, like there's a lot of Novembers in my family.
Wow! Oh my god! I need to. Yeah. Okay. We'll. Those are receipts. I'll ask later.
Yeah, and so is my friends, but well, that's another story. But
Like one thing I realized, Novelty, I do have, like, there are so many people celebrating their birthdays on YouTube, and now I understand why I'm connected to them. Clearly.
yes,
Clearly.
yes. And you know what I noticed too? I feel like Scorpios are very artistic.
Yes.
Scorpios are naturally very artistic. But getting back to your question, my brother, my eldest brother, he is better than me. His talent is far above and beyond. And my talents were able to be developed at a very young age, because when I was in elementary, he was in high school, right? And the things that he was learning obviously was more advanced. So because he knew that I was able to draw, and we were the only two in the family at the time that, was able to draw. So what he would do was whatever he was taught at school, he'll come home and teach me at home. And so,
nice.
Right. So he had a sketchbook. So he would bring me a sketchbook. And when he was drawn, like we'll lay on the floor, right? Like I'll lay on the floor and I'll have like my sketchbook in front of me, and then he'll lay that way and he'll have his sketchbook in front of him, and he'll draw something, and then he'll tell me to draw it, and then he'll teach me how to like shade and all these different things. Whatever he was learning at the time, he'll teach it to me, right? So that, and my brother and I, we had very similar interests, like in terms of like music and arts and all these type of things. So it was him, and then the few teachers I had that helped me to develop to become who I am and develop my skills, right? I do feel like parents, teachers, like everyone should embrace like the artistic side of the children, because I feel like, especially when you're artistic, I feel like artistic children, they're very tender, they're very delicate, right? They're very delicate, and you have to be careful on how you're nurturing that, because if it's not nurtured, it could kind of like lock them in a shell, because we need to express ourselves. We're very expressive, right? And through our arts is the way we express ourselves. I also feel like if it wasn't for, like, you know what I mean, if it wasn't for the arts, like, we wouldn't have our comic books, we wouldn't have the TV shows, because we have to create drafts. Somebody got to do it. The houses that we live in, like, somebody had to sketch it out first. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people need to learn to recognize the bigger picture, opposed to just looking at like, oh, well, because a lot of people, when they see that you could draw, they just think like, oh, you're going to be an artist, and artist doesn't pay money. Well, it really does. Like,
And I like that. That's a good segue into what I wanted to ask you next. And look at this comment. So AW says, my parents were both creative but forbade me from going to art school. They said I was set on being broke. And that's literally what you just brought out right there in that statement.
No, I mean, like I said, it's one-sided, right? Because now that I'm older, I use my creativity for my business, right?
Yeah.
I draw things, I put it on my tumblers, I put it on my t-shirts, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm able to do tutorials and all kind of different type of things. It helped my child in school. It's helped out a lot, like, you know what I mean? And had like somebody not embraced that, then I don't know, I probably would have been a totally different person. Absolutely. Not to mention all the children that I, throughout my daycare, my educational, aspect of life, that season of life, it's helped the children a lot. Like, you know, and their parents, I'll tell you something, the children that I work with were mostly Asian children, and I've had to deal with a lot at first, because Asian people, like, not all, but there's quite a few that don't really like Black people. And for me, with my experience in that, like, I've had parents that didn't want me to teach their children because I was Black.
Wow.
But because of who I am and because of my skills and my talent and stuff like that, in the long run, these same parents end up buying me fine china for Christmas. Like, you know, they wanted their children, like, because as the children get older, obviously they had to move up to a different class. They wanted me to move up with their children.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes, and then there's even the parents that wanted me to stop working at the daycare and come work for them personally. They, like, you know what I mean? So being allowed to express your talents and who you are goes a long way. Like, you know what I mean? Because had it not been for that, then I wouldn't have been able to change their perspective. Like, you know what I mean? And now they love them some Black people.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very, I don't know, it's Joe Parker was just talking about it, like having people, parents who are looking out for their kids to be very all-rounded, because sometimes if you like put your eggs in one basket, that they're just going to focus on, like, let's say one thing, and then it does not like happen, you end up getting frustrated or disappointed, or maybe parents trying to live vicariously through their kids. Just because like my dad was an engineer, you end up finding like a lot of pressure for me to become an engineer. Stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I've learned, and I've taught my children this, and it's so funny because now that my children are older, they might not remember what I said to them growing up, but I hear it as they speak, right? Like, they recite the things, they just probably think it's like their own ideas, their own thought process. Like, you know, like, for instance, like when I was raising my children, my daughter, to be honest with you, I did not like her dress code.
Why? Is it the black mother in you, or is it just?
Well, okay. For instance, right? What I allow my children to be themselves, right? And I remember, but I've always like learned, like, growing up, because I don't know, I guess I was just always a little bit above my time, beyond my time. I've always, and I learned from watching other people's mistakes, right? And I've noticed a few things, like with even the children that I grew up with, I realized the ones that had, like, my mom was very strict, but I guess because I was just a different person, I was just built different, right? But from the parents that was extremely strict, like my parents, and some that was even above and beyond, right? Their child turned out very wild. And the children that had more freedom, right, to express themselves, they're the ones that turned out to be like CEOs and stuff like that. And from that, I learned when raising my children that you can't pressure your children to be something that goes above and beyond who their natural elements, right? Who they were created to be, because it's going to work against you. If you want your child to be a lawyer, allow them to embrace themselves, but then you could also implement certain things and show them the benefits, and, you know, show them the glory of being a lawyer, show them the aspects that would actually motivate them and inspire them to want to become a lawyer, show them how they're going to help people, you know, show them all the people that's being wronged and how they could be that beacon of hope. Like, give them something to go on other than, well, I was a lawyer, your father was a lawyer, your grandfather, your grand was a lawyer, so you got to be a lawyer. Like, okay, like, you know what I mean? So anyway, off topic, I'm going off track, but
no, it's fine. That's the Sunday service. There's no like template.
Yeah, so my daughter, like I said, I allow her to be herself, right? Because I know if I forced her to dress the way I wanted her to dress, eventually it would go against me. And so I set limits. I said, okay, well, you know, at least 4 days out the week, I would dress you, and on this one day, you're allowed to dress however you want to dress, right? And that one day, I remember one day she was wearing an orange skirt. She put on an orange skirt. She had blue tights and brown boots, and she had a green shirt and a red hat. And I said, oh my goodness. And I remember bringing her out, right? Because we were going out, actually. And my son, because he was much younger, so obviously I dressed him. And I remember hearing people like sissing in the background, and there was people that was saying like, oh, she treats her youngest better, and why does her youngest look so good and her daughter looks like that? And these are the comments I was hearing from people around, right? And I remember I turned, because I was very bold and very outspoken. I still am. And I turned, and I remember there was a one couple that was, sissooing and whatever. And I turned and I said, it's okay for children to be able to express themselves. And their expressions or how they express themselves isn't always going to be how we like it. Like, you know what I mean? I let them know that this was how my daughter chose to express herself. And I'm okay with that, because I'm not going to be embarrassed by my own child and her decision. Like, you know what I mean? It's not hurting nobody. So that's what it is. And the more I did that and allowed her to express herself, is the more I realized as she got older, is the more she actually came into how I dress. Like, until finally she was up in my closet looking for outfits. And then and then she'll be, because my children, both of them, my son and my daughter, when they're going out, like, they come to me and they say, Mom, how do I look? Does this go? And I'm like, aren't y'all too big to be asking my opinion? Like, but they come to me first, like, you know what I mean? And that's all because I allow them to be who they are.
Absolutely. And even just have that like comfort that, mom, I can always approach mom on this. There's a few comments coming through, and I think you'll want to like just give a reaction to them. Okay. So like, first of all, it started with AAW, whose name we had been butchering since the beginning of the stream. Novelty, you're so gracious. It would have taken the angels to seal my mouth. And then Fabulous Nat says, that is why I had 2 kids. And Fabulous says, and Fabulous says that my child went through wearing costumes out. She doesn't care about hair and clothes. Isn't this the same lady who was dressed like a duchess at my party last week? This was one of the best dressed guests at the royal gathering. And then I think there's John Parker says, so many of my male students of color, their main goal is to become a basketball stroke football players. And I try to make and instill in them that there must be a plan B. Right. Very interesting comments coming through. So I don't know that maybe you want to weigh in on any of them. Otherwise, you could just continue.
I feel like for the ones with the basketball player, just show them the benefits of other careers, right? Show them, explain, like, I feel like for a lot of children, like I said, because they're not exposed to different activities, right? And all they see is like basketball players online making money, driving big cars, having all the girls, and the glamour of being a basketball player. But also show them, like I showed my son, like, you have to have a certain, like, you have to have like a 4.0, like, you can't be trying to be a basketball player with just D's and F's and E's. You have to have a certain you still have to major into something, to be a basketball player. And also show them, like, the lifespan of basketball players. Show them, like, if you don't know how to, take business, try a business course, because at least if you want to be a basketball player, it would help you in terms of, finances and how to manage your money. Like, you know what I mean? Show them different type of things and expose them to different type of activities, so then they would be more open-minded, because it's kind of hard when you grow up being exposed to one thing. Your box is very small, right? And it's kind of hard for you to step out that box, because this is what you're used to seeing, this is what you're used to, this is probably the only thing that they feel that they're going to be good at, or that they can be good at. So it's just for you to expose them to other things, to teach them that you could go above and beyond that. There, you could, even if you don't have the skills can be developed. Like, you know what I mean? Not everybody's born with talent, but there's people that they weren't born drawing, but they go to school and they learn, and they're amazing. they're better than me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, natural talent isn't always like the go-to. You could develop things. So you just have to make them step outside the box. Show them other things and other ways to make money. Because I feel like in schools, it's very narrow, the things that they teach you. Like, you know, and the things that, honestly, in my opinion, a lot of things they teach you in school is like, what am I gonna really doing? Because when I was growing up, I was like, what am I doing with this? Like, I would never be a scientist. Why do I have to focus on science so much? Like, when it comes to math and slopes and, you know, bed mass and all these type of things, it's like, I don't need this. Like, my career don't have to do it. Just teach me the basics. Like, and let's move on with it. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like they need to implement more, like, you know what I mean, in terms of schools and stuff. So we have more opportunities. But then again, I feel like the system is built a certain type of way. Like, you know what I mean? It's built to make money for...
Of course, and that's a very good conversation, and very interesting comments here. So like Fabulous says, Fabulous, I think said something very nice, like what I think you're just saying, like showing people, showing them kids, you know, the other side, and I think that's a good example. You can show them the famous players who are now running businesses, and then she says, when my son got his first really good job, I gifted him an appointment with a financial planner. Ooh. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes.
And speaking of financial planning, Novelty, let us now get into how do you move? There's a word you've been throwing around, my product. How do you move? How do you move from experimenting? Let me use that word loosely because I can't get a vocabulary for it. Okay. How do you move from experimenting in your room just because you know how to do things, to making it a product that can be sold? Like, how does that happen? Because yes, sometimes you may be spending hours. The other day I was like speaking to a content creator who said that they spent like hours to create a video and it's not doing very well. Right. And I told him, you have to keep creating. You can't, because I want to stop doing content on YouTube. And I'm like, no, you have to keep creating because that big break is going to come because you are getting better. Anytime you create, you're getting better. Right. But how do you now move from a place, okay, I'm spending so much time doing these things, the amazing bags, the crocheting, whatever it is, the drawing, the designs on the t-shirt. How did you like have that moment of moving it from, okay, enough experiments, let's make money? Because that cannot be an easy decision at all. And it's also like you're literally betting on yourself because it may go south or it may go like north. Like completely, it may not take off. It may be very, you know, the results can be either way. So how did you make that decision now to like move from creation to products? I like the word product because product means there's a business aspect to it.
Actually, for me, it was vice versa. It was product and then creation.
Oh,
I'm sorry, okay. Creation and then product. The thing was, it was because of my creativity why I decided to go in business. The things I already knew how to do, because for me personally, like, I'm the type of person, if I don't start now, I would never start, right?
Okay.
And it's always been like that for me in life. So, like I said, like, I already started my business from before, but as literally, it was like a year after I started my business that COVID hit, right? When COVID hit, like I said, it gave me an opportunity to really like create, craft, and started to pick up on content and creating content and stuff like that. But I didn't know what I was doing. I did not know what I was doing. I knew how to craft, and so I crafted. And I knew that like if I didn't start, then it would never be like, you know, it would never go above just the concept. And so I crafted, and then I just did a 1-2 video here and there, and I put it on this and put it on that. It was far from perfect, very embarrassing, matter of fact. But I learned as I went, like, you know, and I spent a lot of nights writing things down, a lot of nights doing research, like trying to figure it out. Then I found YouTube and realized like, oh my gosh, YouTube University, let's study. Let's study. And then I started to go more in depth of this within the streets of the of YouTube, and I didn't so much paid attention to the larger content creators because that wasn't it for me. There's a lot of gems in smaller creators because a lot of the things I've learned actually was from small creators like myself that didn't have a big following. Sometimes they didn't even have many people viewing their channels, and I was yes, and I would take a chance and I would say let me see what this content creator is saying, and fair enough, they would have a lot of gems, and I'm like, why does this not have more views? Like, people are missing out on so many different things, right? And I would jot them down and then I would apply them as I go, right? Even with like my crafts and stuff, there's certain things I didn't know because I mean there's only but so much you could do naturally, right? The things I didn't know, I made sure that I searched, whether Google, whether YouTube, other platforms. I made sure I went and I searched how to do this, how to get my content out. I searched niches, I searched hashtags, how much hashtags am I allowed to use on this platform? Like, you know what I mean? I searched all these type of things, and as I went, I put out my products, I put out my content, and trust me, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of setbacks, but I was like, you know what? I want to be a beacon of hope for, people such as myself. So I don't want to give up, right? And I still haven't reached where I need to reach. I'm not even close, but I'm still not giving up regardless, because when I get to the top, you know what I mean? I want when I give advice or give, motivation to somebody, I want them to say, well, you don't understand. And so, yes, I do understand. Like, I used to get 2 views.
Yes.
Like, I messed up a lot before I became this person, or before I reached this level. Like, you know what I mean? And for me, I'm grateful for all the mistakes, because it's so easy to fall, but it's very hard to climb. Like, you know what I mean? And for that reason, I'm making sure that like I'm learning as I go along. I'm learning, implementing, I'm creating like my crochet. Like I said, I've learned to crochet when I was younger in my grade 2 class, but I've only learned to crochet a straight line. Believe it or not, all these extra stuff that I've learned this in the space of 4 months.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like, and that's how I learn. That's how I do things. So I just pick up. And it's funny because the other day, my daughter, she was at her relative's house on her dad's side, and they said, what does your mom not know how to do? And she said, and it was so funny when she was telling me, because I was like, like, I said, girl, don't be boosting me up like this on stream. But they said, what does your mom not know how to do? And she says, well, my mom, she knows how to do everything. But whatever she doesn't know how to do, she just take a minute to learn, and then she can do it.
I love that. And it's amazing coming from your daughter, because I'm sure if you had been eavesdropping into that conversation, you would have just been like, yep.
Yes. And my son too, because like whenever I'm creating and stuff, like he always comes to look, and he's like so fascinated, and he's like, Mom, see, you've always been creative. That's how he talks, right? And he'd be like, you've always been creative, you've always been creative. And he does that. He'd be like, see, you came up with this, and not many people would come up to think of that. Like, they're always boosting my kids. They boost me up like Suppagen. They're always boosting me up. But I mean, you have to start from somewhere, to be honest. You have to start from somewhere. Like, sometimes like it's just to believe in yourself. Because when I first started, to be honest, like there was a point where I didn't believe in myself. Like, and when I look at like even the t-shirts, I started out with t-shirts. And when I look at my t-shirts that I created from back then and the t-shirts I create now, I'm like, girl, what was this? But guess what? People found value in them because I customized a lot of t-shirts for other people back then. Like, I've customized t-shirts for people's weddings. I've customized t-shirts for people's birthday parties, like, their groups and stuff like that. And I look back and I'm like, wow, I didn't even have much skills when it comes to certain things, because there's certain things I still didn't learn, right? But now it's like when I look at stuff, I'm like, oh, I see growth. Like, you know what I mean? But again, you have to start somewhere. Like, you're not going to know everything when you start. You're not going to know. I didn't even know how to operate a business when I started.
And I like that, because it's a great place to actually have this conversation. And John Parker says it very well. Mistakes come with growth.
Exactly.
Gina is so excited to see you there on the chat. She's like, Novelty, I love your energy. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Gina. That is Gina on the chat. Thanks so much, Gina. And once again, my condolences on the loss of your mom-in-law. I know you guys have not been available on YouTube because you guys had to you had a loss in the family.
Yes.
So we commiserate with you guys, and we hope we hope at least you can treasure the memories you had
Yes.
with mom. So once again, my condolences. Right. Let's talk about mistakes, because I think that's one of the things that most people never appreciate. People love, there's a saying, success has a lot of fathers, because people like associating with the success, but they don't know the backstory. They don't know the late nights. They
Right.
don't know the failures. They don't know the clients who screamed at you because they change their mind when you delivered a product or something. They don't see that. They see the glamour. They see the fancy stuff.
Right.
When it comes to some of the mistakes that you've made, and you can speak generally, it can be business, it can be creative, it can be whatever way you want to you want to frame it.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are your biggest what are the biggest lessons, especially you learned, especially from the business mistakes that you made, especially earlier on before you figured out this? And I know sometimes it could have also been, maybe you're just starting out, maybe you are too generous and, you are not asking for payments and things like that. Those are some of the things we do because, I'm just starting out. I don't want to ruffle my relationship with this person, things like that. Yeah. So talk to us about some of these mistakes, especially from a creative space. And in case there's somebody here who wants to start their business and they're thinking about it, what should they watch out for?
Oh my gosh, I made a lot of mistakes. Oh my gosh. The first one was underpricing. The first one is underpricing. When I first started out, I underpriced my products a lot. And honestly, I feel like I could have reached so much more further in my business, right? But I underpriced a lot, so I'm always in a deficient, right? Instead of being plus, I'm always in the negative. Because I didn't fracture in the price of the items. I didn't fracture in my time. I didn't fracture in shipping. There's so many things I did not fracture in, right? Because I just kind of picked the price oh, okay, well, this looks like a good price and it's reasonable. It's not too expensive. And then after I sell it and stuff and I start to realize oh my gosh, this is coming out of my pocket now. I practically getting free, you know what I mean? Or because the type of person I am, I always want to give out a lot of discounts, right?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a little 5%, be 50% or 40%, And my daughter, she'd be Mom, stop doing that. You're gonna go broke. You don't. She's you're rich. She'll ask me, you're rich. She says, Mom, we don't have it like that for you to give out these type of discounts. She's okay, if you have somebody real close, your best friend or somebody extremely close that's been supporting your business from day one and you want to give them a little discount, fine. She's but not all the time. So I kind of had to learn a time and place for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also the fact that I had a mission, right? When I started, I actually wanted to just do t-shirts. That was supposed to be my main objective. However, I started doing the t-shirts and it wasn't really getting the attraction that I was hoping it will get. And at the time, small boutiques with clothing and those type of stuff was what was getting the spotlight, right? And so I said, okay, well, I'll start adding some clothes too. And at the time, what I didn't realize was, especially like I said, because COVID opened up a lot of, I don't know if I can say that, but that time frame opened up a lot in terms of small business ventures. A lot of small business sprung from that moment, right? And what I didn't realize was the fact that things were changing frequently. So you can't jump on that trend of what people are selling, right? Stick to your mission statement. Because like I said, I want to do t-shirts, but people were selling clothes and that's what was getting the hype. So I started selling clothes, and don't get me wrong, people love the clothes. They bought the clothes, right? But then when the clothes start slowing down, I realized people start selling, it was a hype of phone cases. So I implemented phone cases, right? And then like I just keep implementing things as I seen, and that burnt me out.
Oh, wow. Okay. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, because now you have to also keep up with like promotion, right? You have to keep up. There's people that started, and that's another thing too, because a lot of people would ask me like, can you customize this, can you customize that, right? So now I'm trying to keep up with customization of different products, as well as my creative aspect of my business and my products, my NoveltyQueens products, right?
Mm.
And then I'm trying to push out my brand because I have to advertise. I have to advertise, like, you know what I mean? Like I had to do so many different things. And then I had to stay up late nights to create and craft. And then I have my children and household and a whole bunch of different things, right? But all because I didn't stick to the plan. I kind of ended up all over the place. And before I knew it, I had like so many different things. And it's like I could no longer focus on this. And then I gained a little too much weight, right? And that kind of shunned my confidence, because I'm just like, okay, so now I can't promote these clothes the way I want to promote because I gained too much belly. Like, you know, and it was actually, again, like it's my kids are such a big part of my life and whatever, and it's always my daughter, like, you know, she's always in my ears. And she would be like, Mom, who cares if you gain some weight? She's like, you're NoveltyQueens, like, you know, like she's like, what about body positivity? Like, you know, you got to show people how your clothes look no matter how the body, like, you know. Yeah, she's like, you have to show people how it looks no matter the body. She's like, what if there's like, she's like, with the body that you have now, what if there's people with that body that wants to buy your clothes, but they're used to the body you had before, and they're gonna think like it won't look good on me. She's like, show the people how it looks with that body. Like, you know. And I started to do that, like, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I gained some weight, but who cares? I was gonna show up and I'm gonna jump in that camera and I'm gonna be me, like, you know. And people took to that, like, you know. And then when I lost weight and got back, the same thing, I kept on going regardless, because I'm like, it doesn't matter the season you're in, you have to keep pushing. So in the first place, like, that wasn't something I was doing. I was just like, oh, okay, I gained weight, I'm shutting down. I'm shutting down, and I end up losing a lot of customers that way, like, you know what I mean? And then there's the aspects of buying too much of something.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yes. In business, especially when you're starting out, you don't want to buy too much of anything. You want to start small. You want to start with a MOQ, and that's like the minimum quantity, right? Order. So start with like 2 smalls, 2 large, 2 mediums, 2 extra large, right? See how that sells, and if it sells out, then, you know, like the next time you add more, then, you know, you got 2 of each next time, then maybe next time you could get 5 of each, like, you know what I mean? And sell that way, because you would end up with a whole bunch of inventory. Like right now I have so much inventory from 19 how long that hasn't been sold because I bought too much, right? When it comes to products, it's always good to also have products on hand. That's another thing I messed up on, because I started out small, like all the products I wanted, I couldn't always have it. So what I would do is I would speak to vendors, and I would like discuss with them, and they will say like, oh yeah, don't worry, we could send your products out, you'll get it in 2-3 days, right? And so I depended on that, right? I took their word for it, and they'll say, you could use the pictures from our website, where we'll send you pictures, you could use those, and when customers purchase, then we'll send you product, right? The downfall with that is shipping could be unexpected.
Yep.
And at first it was working very well, because I was doing that, and my products were coming like, you know, the next day, and, you know, by 3-4 days my customers will have their products. Then after some time, like, I don't know what happened, but it's like my products were taking a month or 2 to come.
Yikes.
Exactly. And I had to keep refunding people, because it's like there's people that was willing to wait, but then I felt bad, because I'm like, I don't want to build my brand like this. Like, you know what I mean? This is not who my brand is, what my brand stands for. So I'll be like, you know, I'll refund you, and when it comes, I'll still send it to you anyway. So again, I was losing money
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's because I was also trying to build trust. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I wanted people to see, like, okay, even though like it's taking years, like I'm giving you back your money, but I'm also gonna give the product. So feel free to come back. Feel free to come back because you can still trust me. Like, you know what I mean? Um, so that was another big mistake. So over time, what I've learned from that is I would purchase whatever I'm gonna sell. I make sure I have it on hand, but I have like a small amount of it, and that's what I will post. So if I have 10, I will post if I only have 10, and when that sells out, then you know what I mean. I grow from that, and I've learned to also price better because, like I said, I was losing a lot, and I kept being in the negative. I kept being in the negative, so I've learned to price better. I learned to break down a pricing strategy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fracturing like my time, right? Fracturing the cost of product, fracturing the shipping, and all these other type of things, and put that in so that way, like I'm not losing. And then when I get my money, I can reinvest in more products, right? Because I wasn't able to do that before. Because, like I said, I was always in the negative.
And I like how you brought that out because I think Ola Joe on the chat, Ola Joe, the crochet queen as well says yes, the overhead cost that we do, that you may pay to factor because and they end up taking you into the deep end. You also brought out something there that at some point you had to shut down certain things because you are stretching yourself too much,
Yes, way
and
too
then you
thin.
yeah, and then now you have to like focus on very specific things. So when it comes to now your brand, and I will come back to that shortly, just based on that aspect, because there is something that you said nicely through the mistakes that I think I liked. Um, your brand identity, how do you like maintain it consistently across different products? It could be the crochet, it could be the t-shirts, it could be the digital designs, it could be the tumblers. How are you able to like now keep that brand identity consistent across all these different crafts? And which are the ones that you said, you know what? I know you talked about the clothes and everything. You know what? You said, this is me doing too much. Let me focus on this because I excel on this. Uh, and then the rest, if one day maybe I want to get back to it, I will come back to it.
Um, I learned how to let go, right?
Oof.
Yeah.
Is it easy? Novelty, is it easy? Let it go, things.
It was something that you have to learn, especially from a business aspect, right?
Mm.
Because oftentimes people like they don't like what you love, your target market might not love it, right?
Yeah.
So if I have a particular type of design that I absolutely love, like it came from the depths of my soul,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean, just because I like it doesn't mean somebody else is gonna like it. So if I see it sitting on the shelf for months and days and years to come, it's time to let it go, right? It's time to go back to the drawing board and try something different. And if I see that my customers like a certain type of things, then I make more of that and I create different variations because I start off simple. I start off with probably like one or two colors, right? And then I listen to the people. So my customers, they will say, do you have this in purple or do you have this in blue? And I'm like, I don't, but I got you. Don't worry about it. I create my own stuff. I got you. Like, you know, and I try not to just pay attention to like one person, but I see what majority is asking for. I see what majority is asking for and I stick to that. Because if you don't do that, you're going to lose out on a lot. Because what's the point of having products if nobody's purchasing them? You have to always like listen to what your customers are saying. And for me, I try not to just sell products. I try to tell stories, and I try to share like my behind the scene moments and not just my struggles, but also my wins, because I feel like people connect more with that and they like more like authenticity, like, you know what I mean? So this is how I'm able to keep my products like on a level throughout, or at least that's how I think I'm doing it. I could be wrong. from my perspective, like this is how I see. I try to keep it on the level, try to keep it authentic, and I feel people love that. Like, you know what I mean? I try to show a little bit of my process, and I find like when I do that, especially on the shorts, like when I'm showing the things I've created, like I see the people's reactions. I see certain things get more reactions than other people, and so I try my best to create more of those and show more of those, or at least write it down as a mental note, like this is needed, like, you know, the people's here for this type of thing.
I like that. And that's a very strong statement, because I remember there's a time I was attending a YouTube like workshop, and one of the speakers was saying, and it was very amazing, because I think he literally called us out.
Right.
He said, just because you're the one who like enjoys, what you are creating, does not mean that the audience resonate with it.
Right.
So
Exactly.
so he said you need to be paying attention to what the audience are telling you. And somebody in the room, I think, asked, how will we know? And it's like, they tell you in the comments what they want to see. They always like point you on what they want to see. You will see it in the likes, you will see it in the reactions on a video or something like that. But they say that most of you, because you started off, and that's what I was asking you, is it easy to let go? Because
It's
we were
not.
called out we were called out on that as well, because they say the reason most of you are not even like gaining any traction on these platforms is because you are stuck with what actually brought you onto the platform. You don't know what your life will look like if you had to even switch niches a bit. And and it was like, man, I'm like, why are you calling us out on this? Because but it was really the reality of it. It was really the reality of it.
It is, because even with my channel, like there was a point where like I got so caught up in all the noise, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I started doing, because I want my brand to implement so many different things, especially like the motivational aspect of it.
Yes.
But then I started creating like so many different types of things, like, you know, like I have my tutorials, I have my motivational content, I have this, I have that, like I have so many things going on, right? But then I realized like I want to do my vlogs, right? But I'm not pushing for vlogs, because all the other things I'm creating is pushing that out, and people are resonating to this, and this is a type of I'll say customers. This is a type of what's the word I'm looking for? Subscribers, community. I'm pulling in this type of community, right? Because the community you want to pull in, that's what you have to put out. Like if you notice, like when you go to, if you type up crochet, right, you go to a community, a person that does crochet videos, a lot of times it's people that genuinely just love crochet pieces, or it's people that are crocheters themselves. They're crochet crafters, right? If you look for resin, it's like all resin. Everybody in there is all about resin. They speak resin, they breathe resin, like, you know, like it's all about resin. Yes, like, you know what I mean? And I said, if I want my stuff to be about my small business, focus on my small business, and I want that to shine through my vlogs, right? I can't be doing all these different things. And so I had to kind of like cut back down. I had to go over my content, and I had to cut down on a lot of things and hide a lot of things, right? And my views did go down a lot because of that. But I look at it as, now I'm rebuilding, I'm starting from scratch, right? Because now I have to retrain the algorithm, like, you know, to figure out who I am, to see what I'm about. Like, you know, it's like a reintroduction. So now I'm trying to find the people that enjoy my vlogs, like, you know, that enjoys the journey behind my mission, like my business, you know what I'm trying to say? And slowly and surely, if it's even a handful of people, like it will come along, just like how everything else come along. I also still will do like my tutorials, but even in the get-go, I always said like my tutorials are not my base content. It's just me showing people what I have learned, because like I said, I came from a time where you would see people with small business, but you only see the glorified aspect. Like, oh yes, you know, I started from scratch, but I'm driving a Mercedes Benz. I live in this 2-story condo, and you know, type of thing. And they're not showing you the journey and the sweat and tears that went into it. Right? Yeah, and they weren't showing you like a lot. There was few people that was actually showing you how they do it, but not many people were showing you how they do it, right? And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna, as much to the best as I can, I would show people like how I got here and show people how I do things. Like I show people how to do my tutorials. Don't get me wrong. I don't show you guys how to do the things I do specifically for my brand, but I show you something similar so you can get into it. Like, you know what I mean?
You have to sell the idea. You have to sell the idea. Novelty. The first check that you got that was not negative. That even you are like, man, I made a profit. Like I've gotten something extra out of this sale. Um, how long did that take you? Like, what was the because you're making these mistakes, but you're also learning from them because you're like, oh, I can do this. I can let this go. I can introduce this. I can try this. That first check that you got and you did your mathematics as a businesswoman and you're like, okay, we are not negative anymore. We are doing well. What was that moment like and how long did it take you to get there? And I think that's what TBT was asking down there on the chat. How long did it take you to break even or be profitable?
Okay, so for me, at that moment, it took probably like the second year, to be honest. It took the second year because like I said, the first year was basically like a learning curve, and then the second year I had to implement what I was learning so I could make it. So by the end of the second year, I started to like make some money that allowed me to reinvest within my business. And it was good like that for a while, but then life was life in and I stopped. I flatlined on my business for a while. So right now for me it's like a reset. But once you're applying everything, right? Once you're applying everything and you've learned from your mistakes and you're pushing out your content, it's not going to take that long because people like what they like and they see what they like. But you also have to understand that not every platform for everyone. One thing I learned, and I think what made it speed up even faster for me, is I started on Instagram, and Instagram was a very good platform for me. The people on Instagram, they loved the clothes that I was putting out. They loved it. They purchased all the time. Even when I wasn't posting, they were still messaging me like, hey, do you still have that purse? Do you still have that bag? You still selling that da-da-da-da type of thing? Like, you know what I mean? So that was just making money on its own without me doing too much, right? But I realized with Instagram, like, it wasn't good for like my tumblers and my phone cases and other things that I had going on. I went over to TikTok and I realized that TikTok over there, they love my tumblers. Like, you know what I mean? So you have to, and then I went on Pinterest, and Pinterest was a major one for me. Pinterest
is huge.
They love me. Pinterest, my crowd in Pinterest is from Quebec, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Exactly. And they were ordering from me all the time. I had even a lot of repeat customers from Pinterest, right? Because I learned that not every platform is not going to serve the purpose that you might want it to serve, or it might not serve you any purpose at all.
Guys, take those notes. I think that's a very strong point. The multi-platform difference.
Yeah, so you have to be able to kind of like shimmy around and go. If you're on Instagram, like, you know, it takes time, by the way, for that, you know, but if you're on Instagram and you realize like nobody's not showing you no interest, move over to Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you see nobody's, because Facebook has a Facebook marketplace, like, you know what I mean? Like, dip your feet in everything. And the one that is resonating more with you and that's bringing in customers or even requests, the one that looks like it's going to go somewhere, then you focus on that one.
Oh, wow.
You put all your focus on that one, right? And that's how you start making your money. That's how you can start making your money. And make sure you have good quality products, like good quality products, and also good product quality images, because that goes a long way as well.
I was going to actually ask you that, because I know these social platforms can also be like a nightmare in case you don't deliver, because they'll come into the comment section, they can drag your entire business and brand. So I think I like how you brought in the aspect of quality and stuff.
Quality over quantity.
How do you like juggle, like, let's say client requests and you have to deliver like on you don't want to overpromise, but you also want to manage you also want to manage your mental health. You want to stay sane so that you're not like overpromising and not delivering, so that you don't get into that place where you used to be, where you have to refund money and things like that. So how do you juggle all these platforms and still make sure that you meet the clients, customers?
Again, I learned from my mistakes, so now I set boundaries.
Oh.
I set boundaries. For me, like right now, I've been working from morning till night, literally, for the past month, and that's only because I have a market coming up at the end of the month, and I need to be prepared for that. But other from that, I set a goal for myself. I get up, I do what I gotta do, and then I come into my workspace, either from 9 to 5 or 10 to 6, right?
Ooh.
When 6 o'clock hits, I clock out as if I'm working for the man. Like, it's like, oh, okay,
I'm out.
time to go. So anybody calling me, messaging me after that, you'll get a reply the next day. Like, you'll get a reply within regular business hours. Like, I don't go above and beyond because that burns you out. And people, when you build up certain expectations, you're going to have to live by it. Right? It's like a relationship. Like, like when you get into a relationship for the first time, what you put out is going to be the expectations throughout the relationship. So if you start
You went there.
if you start buying your woman flowers and you're talking to her on the phone 24/7, 365, and you're doing all these things, you have to maintain that, because the moment that you stop, she's gonna be like, wait, hold up, is you cheating? Like, you
How did I don't see that?
Huh?
No, I like the analogy that you are using. It's very relatable.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these thoughts are gonna come and things are gonna go downhill. So you have to learn to set balance from the beginning. So I do that. Like, I let people know, like, between these hours, I'm not available. Like, you know what I mean? And whatever it is I can't do, I let you know that I cannot do that. I no longer just be taking things just because it's no longer all about the penny. Like, you know what I mean? It's about my sanity. Like, so I let you know, like, I cannot do this. Or if I can, but you have to wait till this time because I'm already doing this right now. Like, type of thing. Yeah, so that's how I do it. I just set boundaries for myself and whatever the case is, and I don't overwork, and I make sure, like, after 6, I go and I watch a show with my children. Like, you know what I mean? I have a little family time with my children, and then
Nice.
I go to bed. I try to go to bed at a certain time. Once I could sleep, I go to bed at a certain time. You know what I mean? So I can wake up refreshed the next day and do it all over again. And I also make sure that, like, before 9 and 10, I cook and do everything I need to do. So while I'm working, because if I don't, then I tend to overdo it and I don't eat. So I cook early so I could take a lunch break, because I tell myself I need to treat this like I'm working for somebody else, right? I have to take breaks, and that also helps me with preventing burnout.
No, I love the discipline, because I think that discipline is insane. Like, but you said it very well. It has to, like, look like I'm working in a typical 9 to 5, because then there's some seriousness to it, and you give it the seriousness it deserves, just like a typical company or a business.
Exactly.
When it comes now to, like, pricing yourself, when did you, like, how did you, like, navigate the pricing issue? Because one of the things that small businesses normally struggle with is knowing their worth. And I usually love that statement that people like throwing around, that know your worth and then add taxes to it. But
exactly, times 2.
yeah. So, like, and even saying no to certain things, you can't come down to, you have these expectations, and, in case somebody does not want to meet that expectation, then they probably go look elsewhere or something like that.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. So help us, like, in case there's a small business here, somebody's trying to start a small business and they're struggling when it comes to that pricing, especially you say the time. You never used to factor in the time, and you're spending so much time doing all this, yet it's not ending up on the final price.
Exactly.
So what are some of the tips when it comes to, like, positioning yourself and even pricing yourself as a brand?
Make sure that you're fractioning everything when you're pricing. I have a video for that, so you take a look. I put a local calculation how to price your stuff, but make sure that you're pricing things based on, like, how the purchase, what you're spending on it. And I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, whatever minimum wage is, or whatever it is that you feel like is more reasonable for your time that you want to pay yourself, you fracture that in as well. Like, you know what I mean? You can't do that with smaller products, like, you know what I mean? But you break it down. break it down, right? Because smaller products don't take well, it depends on what you're creating. It depends on what you're creating, right? Because some things don't take an hour. So like for us, it'll be like what, 17 something up per hour, like, you know, here in Toronto. So I won't charge my smaller items $17 I won't charge myself $17 for that because I didn't spend an hour. I might have spent like 2 minutes on it. Like, you know what I mean? So you have to learn how to break things down and don't feel guilty about how you're pricing your stuff. Because I feel like
yes,
yeah, guilt is a major part of you know, a start out for us. Guilt runs us a lot, right? So don't feel guilty because, and the thing that helped me out with that is I say people are willing to spend thousands on LV and the other brands, right? With no questions asked. When it comes to like brands like MD, if you know what I mean, like people will go and buy a burger from there and they will spend $20 for a burger and a fry and a drink, right? But then let's say like you're a small business and you're cooking food and you're sending them some rice and peas and some oxtail, right? And you're selling the oxtail for 18, then they're gonna cry about it. Like, you know what I mean? But they won't. And then I realized too, as a small business, people are not willing to give you as many chances as they would give a major company. So for them, it's like as a small business, they give you like one chance. So if you mess up with that one chance, then farewell, I'm out. And because I know these things, I fracture that in and I don't feel guilty about how I price things. I don't feel guilty about saying no because you're being unfair to me. That's how I see it, right? Everyone makes mistakes, and if you're willing to, because the big brands they have money. Like, you know what I mean? And you can still get that good quality with a small business as you would the big brand. And it's a very small fraction of the price you're paying for a big brand, right? Like, for instance, I sell these glasses and they're very good. Actually, my vendor told me that I should sell them at $80. I sell them for $12, right? At the time, I sell them for $10. They have UV protection and all these things. They're actually my best sellers. There was a particular person that purchased from me, and this was like years ago, right? They purchased the glasses from me and they liked it. And but you know what they said? They said, these are all right, but this is not really what I wanted. I prefer to have gotten LV. And I said, honey, if you had LV money, you should have went there. Like, I am not LV, and this is still protecting your eyes. This is my best seller. But just to show you like people's mentality, and sometimes when it comes to small businesses, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you're expecting from small businesses, but you have to make a place for yourself, because LV didn't just start off as the way they were. They started small. It was one man making his local 1-2 and going door to door. There's no people that refused, and all these type of things until who they are. But they didn't sell themselves short, right? So don't sell yourself short. You have to know your value and work right within that.
I love that.
Right? Yeah.
And Misha, Novelty was just giving an example. Misha just heard you talking about like rice and peas and oxtail. Now she's gone all the way down the chat. It's like, yes, you see, that's what I normally make. Misha, she was using it as an example. It was a figure of speech. You see, now she's like telling everybody on the chat. You see, she even knows what I do for a living. This woman is just something. All right. You have a question here by TBT. TBT is asking you, Novelty, interesting to hear about the multi-platform approach. Is the YouTube shopping in the mix too? If so, how is the experience like?
I haven't reached the first tier of monetization yet, so I don't know how the shopping is. If that's what you're referring to, the connection of the shopping or whatever, I don't know about that yet. But in terms of like getting sales on YouTube, that's in the mix, yes, because I have received sales from YouTube, and I don't have many followers, right? So like I said, it's all how you put out your thing. And I know I could make even more, and I could have made even more, but as I said, like for the longest of period, because I was getting used to YouTube, I haven't really been pushing my brand how I should be pushing my brand, how I know how to push my brand. Don't worry about it. Fear not. It's in the working. It's coming.
I love that. And I like how you're already doing these things early enough, because if you've made sales off YouTube and you're not yet even monetized, that's a sign of the things to come.
Yes.
Which is your most favorite platform, like for pushing your products? Like, you've explored TikTok, you've explored Instagram, you've explored Facebook, you are now on YouTube, you are on Pinterest, which of course at least has people who are closer to you. Which has been your best platform to promote your products?
Honestly, I have to give it to Pinterest. I love me some Pinterest. And Pinterest loves me, and like I said, a lot of my customers over the years have been from Pinterest. But second in rank, honestly, is YouTube. And the thing I like most about YouTube is because it's like, there's different ways that you could promote your product. They have so many different options. You could do shorts, right? You can do long form, you could do lives. I'm not saying you can't do this on other platforms, but usually with other platforms, like for instance on TikTok, the lives mostly focus on one thing. Like, it's mostly people gifting and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So different platforms have different focus. On Instagram, I find it's mostly people, like, it's more of a chill kind of connection where you just want to sit and talk. You don't really see people selling anything on lives there. Maybe they haven't. I haven't looked hard enough, but I haven't come across that really.
Instagram, no, you are right. Actually, it's normally a chilled live. I really not much selling going on there.
Exactly. But here on YouTube, it's a variation of different things, right? You see people, you scroll up to the right, you see people selling something. You scroll up to the left, you see people crocheting something. You scroll down a little bit further, there's somebody just sitting and talking. You scroll down more, there's some kind of madness in the corner. There's so many different type of things going on, right? That opens up a lot of different opportunities. And then there's also the community tab. You could post your products on the community tab. So whatever eyes you're not getting on your lives or your long form or your shorts, you could get those on the community. So for that, I feel like this is the best platform, for people that is really pushing out. And YouTube has a good amount of people, right? But Pinterest, like I said, is number one because everybody could see your product. Once you're putting out good pins and stuff like that, your pins could go very far. YouTube, in a sense, is limited to me in a sense because it's not always going to show your products to everybody. Like I said, YouTube is all about what the algorithm is looking for and what the people wants, right? So if people aren't really resonating to your content, it's not getting pushed out. So it's still a limitation to an extent. You know what I mean? But if you know how to work it and you can overcome it, amazing platform.
The possibilities are endless. There's a commercial break question, and Novelty, don't feel trapped at the Sunday service. In case you need to stretch and you need to walk out, always feel free to ask. Don't feel trapped here.
Okay.
People are enjoying the conversation, and so it's like, Goga, didn't you say we are only going to be here for 2 hours? So please don't look at the time for me. Goga, did you say we're here only for 2 hours and stuff? David is asking you a question.
Okay.
Would you sell? I'm sure you've heard of this before. This is normally not a serious question, and David Danta normally has a segment at the Sunday service called the okra question.
Okay.
Where we have to find out what is the guest's opinion about okra. He's not actually asking a real question. It's just that he has to find an official or a formal way of asking your take on okra.
So okra, as in the green slimy food.
What is that attitude, Novelty? What do you mean the green? What is that? Did I smell attitude in that statement? Novelty?
I don't like okra. I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, you can just thank you so much for coming to the Sunday service. This was really nice. It was the attitude in the statement for me, even before she gave the opinion. Let us move on. Forget I even asked that question. I hope David did not hear that.
I'm sorry. You know what? I guess I've been learning a lot of this. I think
I thought you're from the Caribbean. What is your family going to think when they replay this statement?
My mother already knows. She knows. Don't make it don't make it for me. There's certain people certain people always try to convince me over the years, like, oh, it's because you haven't had it cooked right, or you haven't. No, I don't like it. It don't matter how you flip it, toss it, or turn it. I don't like it.
I love how novelty's accent just went back Caribbean just to explain this is important. I give up. David Dant, congratulations, you win this one. You win this one, David, hands down. So please don't send me videos on my WhatsApp, David. Don't send me videos on my WhatsApp like doing a victory dance or anything, please. Thank you. He always says now he's going to record a video and then send it to me saying, Goga, you lost. It's a whole thing. So please don't send me those videos, David. I'm not going to play it. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Let's go back to you talk a lot about your brand, and I was just looking at your channel, guys. Let me just, if you have not connected to Novelty, please make sure you jump over there. There's a link that is pinned there. It will take you there. It's what I was saying earlier when we started the Sunday service.
Mm-hmm.
You are not just a casual visit on your channel. It's already like a testament that you are not just winging it. It is the banner for me. It is that profile picture, like Novelty Queens, that lady with her crown, and oh my goodness, that is that, like you're not just doing things like randomly on the channel, and also it's just the channel name, Novelty Queens Designs and things like that. And you tell us what to expect: crochet, shirts, t-shirts, jewelry, bag, charms and tumblers, designs you love, tips that you will use.
Right.
It is all out here, and you also shine a light on growing a small business.
Right.
Why is it important to actually, because you talked about it and you are giving examples about Pinterest, even things as good as the quality of the pictures you take.
Right.
You don't want your brand to go out there with like half-baked work. You don't want you to be having blurry pictures when you're selling a product or things like that. It is very important for you. This is really good because we are always saying, we are, you are what you sell, literally, and people make judgments based on what you see. Like somebody will come to Novelty Queens Designs and they've already made their judgment. They're going to decide whether they're going to hang out here or they're going to walk out. Right. Why is this important for you, and how much time did you take to design these things? Because I know you did not take a day for sure, especially with that profile picture.
It's over time. It's over time. It's over time. I try to be very intentional with my brand. Very, very intentional. And honestly, when I first started, that was another mistake I made. Because I wasn't intentional. Like my name was everywhere. Don't get me wrong, but I never really used my brand colors. I wasn't trying to I didn't make an imprint. When you have a brand, your goal is to make an imprint on your customer. Just like when you see a LV purse, even if the name if it doesn't have LV on it, you can know that's LV. When you see Prada, you know that's Prada. Like there's certain brands that you just see and you just know, whether it's by the aesthetics or the quality, you just know. You can know a Nike t-shirt when you touch and feel a Nike t-shirt. Like, you know what I mean? So these are the type of things that you want to do. You want to leave imprints when it comes to branding. And I kind of stumbled up on this by accident. Well, even before that, in my Facebook group, I used to have somebody that one of my my moderators in my Facebook group, she always says you need to make sure that you're branding how you want people to see you here and later on down in the future, right? Because she's it's very important. She's from the moment that you step on scene, you should be branding. It's like when it's emergency, a medical thing. The first thing when the doctor's going to go do to operate, they make sure they put on their local protective gear, their gloves. They don't touch anything because you want to contaminate. It's the same thing with your brand, right? When you're coming out, the first thing you want to do before you even put your brand out there is make sure that you have everything intact. Your colors, your name. You could have your brand mission, all these things. You want to have that set, because when people Google you, right? When you Google Novelty Queens, it's going to pop up on Google and it's going to show you all my platforms. I've done it, so I know.
Ooh, let me do that like right away. Just carry on. Don't worry.
Yeah, when you pop up when you do Google's Novelty Queens on Google's, it pops up on different platforms. And because I wasn't always branding the way I was supposed to brand, like, you know what I mean? What I noticed.
Novelty. You know what? Let me just share. Let me just share that right away. This is a Google search of Novelty Queens. Like, I think all this is you.
Yes.
All this is you, literally. I think until you get down to the bottom and stuff, but it's really even the images. It's your brand. I see your
Yes.
logo and stuff. Amazing.
Well, that last one with the queens is not me, but if somehow, for some reason, it attached to me.
This is
That
yours,
one.
though.
Yeah, that's mine. Hmm.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Yes, please.
but see, yeah, because you want
And
see
it's
how-
even images. Most of them is you.
yes, because when I started my brand, I was the only Novelty Queens, right? And so now Google's, because I'm on Google's and everywhere, so Google affiliates all kind. As soon as you put Novelty Queens, as you can see, Google automatically affiliates it with me because that's my brand, right? Even if it has nothing to do with me, it's putting it up as me. If you use hashtag or whatever that is, if you use Novelty Queens, right, in your hashtags or your tags or whatever, when you type my name, it's gonna pop up with my name, right?
Wow.
Yes, and that's why, like I said, from the get-go, you have to put out your brand. Like, when by accident, I was on Canva, because y'all know I love me some Canva, and there was something, there was something that popped up. I don't remember what it was, but basically it was saying, like, you could identify brands here, right? And so I was like, oh, just out of fun, let me put my name in and see. I honestly didn't think that my brand was like that.
Oh.
Yes, but when I put my name in there, my brand popped up, and I was like,
On
wow.
Canva?
Pardon?
On Canva?
Yes, it's on Canva.
Wow.
There's some app that they have. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, it was on Canva. It was an app I just located by accident, and I put my name in it, and my brand came up. And what made me actually wanted to go back and start revamping and putting out my brand colors is that one thing that popped up, because yes, it had my logo, right? But underneath it said it was showing my brand colors, and the brand colors it showed was something like blue and orange, and there was like green, and it was way off than my brand colors. And I said, that's not my brand colors. Even with the logo right there, y'all can't tell my brand colors. And I realized it's because, like, I'm not intentional with my branding. I don't use my brand colors when I'm putting my brand everywhere, right? And a lot of times I wasn't always using my logo. Like, other from like the display pictures, you know, I don't use my logo places and stuff like that. And so because of that, I started becoming more intentional. So I started using it. Like, if you notice now on my YouTube, this was like within over the space of 3 weeks, I started to change things around. And I started to change over like thumbnails, and I start to add thumbnails with my logo. Like my lives, I have some with I put my logo on it, right? It's always been on my what do you call it? It's always been on the YouTube display pic. My logo's always been there. That hasn't changed. But for the banner, my banner was actually, I think it was off-white or something before that with pink writing. And I said, no, this is going to throw things off. So I changed it to black, and I add the gold, and I add my brand colors in it to be more intentional. So at least hopefully later on down, when somebody does type my name or something like that pop up again, my brand colors will pop up, and they will know, like, this is Novelty. Because if one thing I've noticed is over time, like, if there's a name that nobody else has, everybody wants to be that.
Yes, because now they're like, that's true.
Yes, everybody wants to be that, right? And then how are they gonna tell who's who? Like, I'm not saying people still can't use your colors and stuff like that, but at least you're setting the tone and you're letting people know how to identify you, right? So I'm trying to be more deliberate in the terms of, like I said, using my logo, using my colors. I'm trying to find a font that is suitable for me, that I can stick to, that also is recognizable towards my brand. So yeah.
I like this level of nuance, especially when it comes to things like even your color. Most people, they never appreciate that. As a brand, you need to like have your colors, that when people see that color across the platforms, they know it is your identity. They know it is like they know it is like literally a definition of you. And I like what AAW says. She's giving you for free what I charge big money for in my business consultancy. You better pick up these gems. It is those something as simple as color. Like it can define your identity, and most people never even think of it that way. Just say my favorite color is purple, but we never think of it even from a place of branding. That if somebody looks for anything purple, they need to find me. They need to when you're looking for Google, there has to be something purple even around the brand. So I think I like that level of preciseness. There's a
Exactly.
question. Yeah, there's a question I think that you are asked before I come back to that brand thing, because I think that was a very crucial part that I wanted you to just talk about at the Sunday service.
Okay.
AW is asking you to talk about how you set up a store within WhatsApp. Talk about how to set up a store within WhatsApp. Now that's a hustle and innovation. Well, WhatsApp is also another platform. How could I forget? Yeah, that's also another platform.
Okay, so with my WhatsApp business, what I do with that is, okay, so first, it's not regular WhatsApp. It's still WhatsApp, but it's they have a business app,
The
right?
business, WhatsApp
Um
business.
yeah, the other day when somebody asked me that, I went to look a little bit more into it. I think it's a beta. I think that's what
Mm,
they say. I don't know if everybody could get a WhatsApp business. But if you can, it's WhatsApp business. So
mm,
that's completely different than your regular WhatsApp. And one thing you must know too before you do it is you can't use the same phone number that you have. Your same phone number that you use on your regular WhatsApp, you cannot also use that for your WhatsApp business. I don't know if they changed that, but when I first got mine, you have to have like a business number or a separate number to connect to your WhatsApp business. Sorry. Now for that, on the WhatsApp business, like my WhatsApp business is connected to like my Google account. It's connected to, now they you could connect it to like your Facebook and your Instagram and stuff like that, where people could directly message you from Facebook, and then it could goes to your WhatsApp, my WhatsApp business. I'm not sure if you can do that with the regular WhatsApp as well. I also have all my images, like I still have a lot to put on there because I've been very busy and I haven't been taking it seriously all these years. It's just since like this year I've been taking it seriously. But you could put all your, like when you go on a store, when you go on somebody's website and you see all the photos, you see the price, you see the descriptions, all that you can put on your WhatsApp business. I have all that on there. They have an automated system where you could put things like, I would, if you type in like policy in the chat, like it will pop up, right? So think whatever it is that you feel like is the most frequent questions that your customers or your clients might ask you, you could just put that, so they just, when they ask it, it just pops up. I also have like a notification that when people come to ask me a question, like if I'm not available, it pops up and it says, hi, welcome to welcome to NoveltyQueens boutique, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, we're unavailable right now, but leave us, just let us know what it is, how we can help you, blah blah blah, and someone will get back to you, at the earliest convenience, stuff like that. The way how that works is you don't directly do payments from the WhatsApp business. I guess that's the only downside. However, what I do is when somebody is interested in my product, because they do have like a checkout on WhatsApp business. So you'll go to checkout, but it'll bring you to the chat and we could discuss it more there. And then I give you, I would send you an invoice. I send you an invoice. I do my invoices via PayPal. And recently I purchased, I can't remember what it's called, a POF system for my markets. I don't remember what it's called right now, but apparently from what I've seen for that as well, you're able to do payments, online payments from that. But yeah, so basically you'll just send out an invoice to the customers and you pay from the invoice, and then you get your products. I upload the shipping information to PayPal, and you get to see it in real time, like how far your product is and blah blah blah. And yeah, it's just very basic and pretty simple. Did I answer your questions? Was there anything more? Hello? Did I
Sorry,
get
I
this?
was muted. Sorry,
Oh,
thank you so much for that.
come.
I did not realize I was muted. AAW, I hope she has answered your question. I think she did an amazing job answering. And I was just trying to show people how you have intentionally even put this contact on your channel. We were talking about this at the academy on Wednesday. That in case you really have to put your phone number on platforms like YouTube, they have to be like for business purposes and
Right.
not. Yeah, and I like how you've somebody can contact you on WhatsApp Business, on Instagram, on Facebook. And I like how it's consistent, throughout there. It's guys, that information is there, and she tells you what to expect even on the description. That is Novelty Queens channel. So isn't this what you were talking about on Wednesday, guys? Because I think treating our channels, for those of us who may not really be selling products yet, but I think even our channels are like brands in a sense, and we have to like start approaching them that way. And novelty in your experience, be it from business, be it from creation, what are those things you can never compromise on when it comes to your brand? And especially, the internet gives people a lot of pressure to fit in, and you talked about this earlier. People want to associate with success, but sometimes success can also come at a cost. People sometimes want drama because that may help push the name. But what are those things for you that are the non-negotiables when it comes to your brand? If it's something that you can easily walk away from with your head held high, if you are
I always keep it positive. I can't deal with negativity. Me, I could be a very feisty person. I could be a very feisty person, very, very feisty person, but I've learned to bite my tongue, right? Because presentation is everything, first impression is everything. And a lot of times, like, trust me, sometimes some people say some stuff, and the things I want to tell them, if I told them, they would no longer come back on this internet. But I have to bite my tongue, right? Because as a brand, you don't want people, because nothing deletes off the internet, first of all.
That's true. Oh.
And I might be small right now, but I do hope to get big one day. And people are very petty, right? And somebody's gonna come later on that doesn't feel like you deserve to be where you are or deserve to have what you have, and they're gonna go and they're gonna scoop and they're gonna search for all these little things and be like, remember the time when she said this or she did that? And I think about these things, right? So before I open my mouth in certain things, I have to really I take it, I cut my eye past it, and I always try to look through the bigger picture, right? And I just try to always keep it positive, because I tell myself, like, this might affect you later on. Like, a lot of people, they don't think about what's going to happen later on. They just think about the now, and then they do things, right? And then it comes back to bite them later on. I try not to do that. I try to be very mindful of what I put out on the internet. I try to be mindful of the things I say. I try to be mindful of the type of products I put out, and I make sure that I test my stuff, right? I test my stuff. So I know if there's anything negative, it's just somebody that's generally just hating, and I can't control that. So I don't worry about the things I can't control. I just want the majority to know that, yes, the product is good. What are they talking about? Like, type of thing. So, I just try to always keep it very positive. I try to keep it very positive, and I try not to entertain negativity or anything like that on my channel or where my brand is concerned, because I don't want it, like I said, I don't want it to affect me in the long run.
No, I like that, because like one of the things I always even see with organizations, because sometimes I always say, sometimes look at how corporates behave. A statement cannot be issued unless it has been cleared by the boss or something like that.
Exactly.
Because the company does not want to catch itself in a very awkward position that it pronounced itself on an issue without consulting or without full facts or things like that. And I think that's a very good lens, because this is the internet for sure.
Exactly. Somebody's always watching. Somebody's always listening. Somebody's always waiting. Somebody's always waiting, so you always have to be mindful of that. Always. I like to treat my business as if like I'm a major company.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I'm a major company. So I try to implement the same things that a major company would implement in terms of like policy and like, you know, like mannerism, like, you know, professionalism and all this type of stuff. Because you have to, I believe that you have to live the way how you envision, right? The way that you present yourself today should affect how you're going to show up tomorrow. So for me, I make sure that I'm doing all that within my brand, and I try to keep the same energy at all times. I try to keep the same energy, and I see myself as a big CEO for a big company. So I act I act the part.
Absolutely. Guys, have you seen our titles? And you have to start owning these things even in how you like address it. Have you seen our titles on the live stream? Like I'm not just Google. She's not just Novelty Queens Design. She's the founder, you know? The founder, like CEO, you know, CEO and founder, host and curator in chief. You know, you have to start flexing with these kind of things. It's a brand move right there. And don't feel shy about it. Don't feel shy about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't listen to naysayers.
I should tell you, do you know the story behind president? There's a time I got into drama with this, you know, people call me president and stuff like that. Because when I opened my academy, I said I'm going to be the president. I said I'm not going to call myself professor, I'm not going to call myself lecturer or things like that. So because they were calling me president anyway, so I said I'm going to be the president of the academy. Now somebody got into drama with me on YouTube, and then they go to their channel and they start talking trash about me that, oh, he calls himself president. And then I like the people on the chat because they say, you know, you can be a president as well. Goga never claimed to be the president of the world. He's the president of his academy and he owns his academy. So go create your own country or whatever it is and then be the president. And it was very interesting how I think she had to come and apologize and things like that. And I was like, you know, your words are very important. So you are a CEO, own it. And don't feel bad about it. You're a king, you're a queen.
Exactly.
You're royalty, baby. You're the brand. Like, if somebody comes and thinks that you are, why are you calling yourself the queen and the queen died? It's like, I'm the queen of my kingdom. You know, I did not talk about anybody's kingdom. It's the Novelty Queens Design Kingdom. It's not the United Kingdom or whatever other country that has. So I think I like that in terms of being intentional even about your name. When it comes to like, let's say, the tools you use, what are some of your go-to tools when it comes to creation? Be it on the t-shirts, be it on the tumblers. What are like some of those go-to tools that you normally like use? And now you've admitted that you're a Canva girl, so that is good because now we know. How does Canva also help your content curation?
In terms of like my designs and stuff, the designs that I put on my products, on my t-shirts, Canva is my go-to. Canva's my go-to. Canva's my go-to. I also have like a Cricut machine. For those are like when I want to do vinyls or when I want to make. It kind of goes hand in hand with my Canva because whatever I create on my Canva, I can send it over to my Cricut and print it out. Like just now, I have to. Well, not today, but within a few days coming up, I have to make me some labels for my products and stuff like that. I'm gonna go on Canva, create it, and send it off to my Cricut to print it out. I mean, to cut it out. I have my heat press for when I do my t-shirts. Actually, there's a lot.
Oh, you do have the heat press, the thing. Okay, wow.
I do. I have my heat press. Oh man, I have a lot of things. This thing right here, kind of in the background. This is for my lazy days, for my crochet days when I'm making hats, like when I don't feel like doing it. This I did by hand, but sometimes when I don't feel like doing it by hands, when I want to do it quicker for the mask, I use this right here.
You have that machine that I always see on Instagram.
Yes. There's
wow.
that. I have quite a bit of things that's very important to my business. There's a lot of stuff that's very important. I just recently added a few more items. These are gonna Oh, I think I left them downstairs, but they are going to cut like this for my earrings backs, like when these things here, and to make the holes. I've just bought a new little machine to make the holes.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so that way it's gonna save me from having to keep buying these. So I just buy cardstocks now, cut out the shape, and then I use the machine to print. It saves a lot of money because me, I like to craft and reserve my funds, you know. I like to do things on my own. My sublimation printer was actually a major part. I have to get back another one because it is how I do my phone cases, my tumblers. I do a few t-shirts, my polyester t-shirts. I use that my sublimation machine for that. There's quite a few things I use my sublimation machine for. So that is a major part, and my regular printer also is a major part. That's how I print out, like, because I do stickers like for free gifts for my customers. I also have my partner in crime, that's what I call her. She's also a business owner. She does cookies and cupcakes. She also sometimes what's the word I'm looking for? She hires me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I would do stickers. Like just now I have to do 200 stickers for her, and do a few little displays for her business. So stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of machines I have that they come in. Everything is essential for my business.
How much space do you take up? Because I mean, you said you had to like your daughter had to take up another room. Clearly,
I take up a lot. Like right now, I have so many, like all my crochet stuff are downstairs on my because I have 2 dining tables. So right now my crochet stuff are on one table downstairs, and my daughter, she says yesterday, she's like, mom, she's like, mom, even if I have to, she's like, if I have to spend $1 million for you, get another space. She's like, because this is getting out of hand. But I told her, I said, honestly, it's only until I'm finished creating everything, crafting everything for the market, right? Because like I'm more of other from like the clothes and stuff I have, I'm more of like a made to order type of business. Yeah. But because of this market, it's kind of pushing me to create more inventory. So I have to create a mass amount because I'm going to be there from 9 to 5, and I don't know what to expect. This is my very first ever market. So nice. Yes, and I don't want to like my mind is like all over, so I'm trying to create a little bit of everything that my business stands for. These bags right here I actually created for the market. I don't have
wow.
Yeah.
Let me just put you on a big layout so that people can see clearly.
Yeah.
So, wait, you created all these, like they look so nice.
Yeah. Let me take one down. So it's like,
wow.
And see, I put my little logo on there.
Oh my god, that's so classy.
Yeah, so I created these
Novelty, we don't need to wait for the market. Guys, okay, can you talk about the business in case there's somebody on the chat who wants to buy these things, so you don't need to wait for like a market?
They would have to wait for the market because like I said, these ones I just created for the market, and I don't know how much is going to be sold right now.
Also, if they want, they can place an order. Okay.
Yeah, they can place an order, but it'll probably have to be like a pre-order, right? A pre-order, and you won't get that till after. But after the market, I promise, I definitely will be putting it up. I will be putting them up on my WhatsApp business. Plus, on top of it, Squarescape. I think that's what it's called. The POS system. I think I told you I got stuff from my market. I realized that it offers a free website because a lot of people they're still not into the concept of WhatsApp business. That's more of my older customers, but it does have a free website. So I'm also working on that right now. So once I get that up, I obviously will be putting the link on YouTube so you guys could click and connect, and I will be putting it in my videos and let you guys know, like, hey, this is what I got. This is where it's at.
I love that. Please, yeah, that market. I mean, you said it's your first market. Why is this important for you, especially as a businesswoman, the small business for that matter?
Sometimes it's better to venture out so people could get to see you in person. they could see your product, because like you said, it's on the internet. You're not always like, it might look good on here, but you're not gonna get the drift of it. You don't really see the quality. You don't get to see the feel. Like, you know what I mean? Some people, they want to see what it is that they're purchasing. If I'm cooped up inside my creative space all the time, my business space, nobody's seen that other from when they order. Like, don't get me wrong, I've never had anybody return anything. I've never had any any complaints. Yeah,
nice.
And I've actually had people send me pictures, and I'm like, can I post this? I'm like, girl, that's why I sent it. And I'm like, okay, say less. Like, you know, like, I have people that take videos and stuff over the past and send me. So I've had pretty good qualities. I actually had one product that was really bad. I had to stop selling that, but that was a mistake again that I learned from. But other from that, and that wasn't something I made myself. It was on resale. But yeah, other from that, like my actual products and stuff like that, I've never had a complaint about it. But again, like, it's gonna build more trust in my eyes, and on top of it, like, you get to really interact with people. They get to see who you are behind the screen, like, you know, and you get to reach a different set of customers and different, what's the word I'm looking for, different eyes. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I'm going to use that for now. But
that may not necessarily be online. Actually, that's a very smart idea, and you get to get new subscribers as well. I'm assuming, because you'll be promoting the channel as well.
Exactly. And on top of it too, like, all the products that I haven't sold over the years via online, at least I could bring them, right? Nice. So people could see the quality of it in person. Like, you know what I mean? And because they've been here so while, I get to mark down the price a little bit because it's a market. So they get like a little special price, you know? So you're going to know, like, hey, this is market price right here. So if you ain't getting it now, if you want to get it later, it's going to be a different price. Like, you know, you get to, you know?
Right. We have, between you and I, we have about 40, I think it's like about 40 eyes looking at us, right? Okay, 44 eyes. Okay, 40,
Oh.
40, okay. There are many. I give up 50 because they just went up. So between you and I, we have like about 50 eyes looking at us right now. So in case somebody wants to like promote your business, maybe how do they do it? And Resume is going to do Resume is going to commission you to do for us man passes. So I think he wants a man pass, and he's ordering one for me as well. So I don't know. We'll organize how to reach me in Kenya. I'll give you my color preference. You know, especially before you answer my question, are you think that bag behind you, the purple one, that one?
Oh, it's not purple. It's pink. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, that one. I can't. Sorry, man.
Yeah, it's pink.
This is so cool. I just it just stands out. Like, I was just like, oh wow, okay. Yeah, my man pass can be probably this shade of color, or maybe purple. We'll see. Red room, I think, yeah. Red room, I'll have a purple one. Thank you. Guys, may you get yourself a brother who can order things on your behalf, even before the business deal is. Thank you, Red room. I'll worry about the shipping. Anyway, so in case like somebody wants to like support your business, how do they go about it, so that at least we can get that out of the way?
My WhatsApp.
Market notwithstanding, I know market is a different thing, but now like somebody actually has seen Novelty Queens and they're like, okay, I need to promote this job.
In terms of, you could share my content. You could use hashtag NoveltyQueens or Queen's Court, because that's what I'm calling everybody now. That's what I changed over to. So Queen's Court, hashtag Queen's Court. My WhatsApp business is in my bio. As I said too, I would surely, you could join my my community over on my channel. That way you'll never you'll never lose me. You can, I have Facebook, everything is Novelty Queens, all platforms you can find me, Novelty Queens. Again, like I said, after the market, so probably I'm hoping to try to get my website up before the market. But if not, at least December my website will be up, so there will also be that, and I will be posting the link in my description. So that's the only means to support me so far.
And pre-orders.
Pre-orders.
Like my man pass that Renzum has ordered for. All right, thank you. I have to like we have to keep repeating that until Renzum knows that he has committed to something. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. You talked also about the importance, and this may be the final of my questions before we go into the chat and look at the questions or comments.
Mm-hmm.
One of my final questions will definitely now be on what you talked about, the Queen's Court, which is like the community that you're building, and you said something very nice, like people who do crochet are likely to gravitate towards somebody who does the same thing. Somebody who does like craft, somebody who is beading necklaces or things like that. You tend to like hang out with your people. It's like that is the Queen's Court may be actually people like who are enjoying that crowd or your vibrations, and as much as you would have wanted to do like some motivational content, but I know there's a way you can bring in motivation even in terms of the craft.
Right.
And you said it rightly very well, that builds the authenticity of you as a creator or the curator.
Mm-hmm.
And I think authenticity is a very important thing. And most people, I think, we struggle because we like going for the popular stuff, because maybe that's what's going to push the algorithm.
Right.
But in your personal opinion, and especially speaking as a small creator, why do you think it's important? Why do you think authenticity is important, especially as you're growing a channel, to attract the right audience? Because yes, you can attract any audience, but there is a certain audience that Novelty Queens Designs is looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
People resonate more deeply with you when you are, presenting your authentic self. When you're presenting your authentic self, right? When your brand is more authentic, again, people are going to resonate with it, and hence why I'm Novelty, right? I am Novelty. I like to give something different. I like to give something that doesn't give people options to shop around.
Well said.
Like I want when you come, like even if you're like, I could get that cheaper. No, you can't, because it's nowhere else. Like, you know what I mean? This is Novelty. So that's one thing why I feel like it is very important for you to put out your authentic self and make sure that your brand is authentic. Because when there's too many of one thing, like for instance, I like to use examples, right? You can see McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's all in the same corner, right? But because they're all authentic and they have their own versions of things, they're still gonna get customers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I want to put myself out as a brand, especially a brand amongst other brands that's just like me, right? I want to be identified for my branding, for who I am. I want people to come to me because I have what nobody else has, right? For me, I'm always going to be given that energy. I'm always going to be given that energy, like, stop right here. It's where it's at.
I love that. And Simone says, that is it. That is it. That
right.
Is it. That is it. And then just a final set of questions, which is really the quick fire segment.
Okay.
I'm just going to ask you 4 questions, and they're just like, you can just give one word answers. You don't even need to explain anything.
Okay.
Number 1, one tool or app you can't live without.
Canva.
Canva. I hope you are listening. This right here is your marketing like guru. They can promote your product.
Canva goes, because every time there's like new things, I always get like, so sometimes like they only offer things to certain people.
Yes.
I always get the new things.
Okay. Guys, yeah. Talk to my friends for you something. She has access to the keys, the Canva kingdom.
Yeah, I always get the new things. And it's so funny because sometimes I'll be using things for like months, and then like maybe at the end of the year or months later, they're like, oh, introducing Canva is rolling out new this, new that, and I'll go look because they have these little I don't know what these lectures or whatever you call it, webinars, where they
webinars, yes.
Yeah, where they introduce the new stuff, and I'll go join the webinars, and I'm like, wait, I was already been using that. I already have these are not new. But then
in fact, I like how you're bringing that, because StreamYard also does the same. Because I think I've been using StreamYard like forever. Until nowadays, they invite me for those things, and I'm like, all right, I've been using this stuff. I'm not a beginner on StreamYard and things like that. And oh, and before I forget, guys, tomorrow, in case you are a StreamYard user, StreamYard told us this on Friday. But they've not yet announced it exclusively. They are rolling out a new feature tomorrow called Mass. Mass is going to allow you to be able to do like vertical and horizontal live streams at the same time on StreamYard. Like, I am so fascinated to see how that is going to work tomorrow. I'm just like waiting for tomorrow. Like, I'm literally put everything, calendars, alarms, and things like that. And I remember I was telling the guys on Friday during the StreamYard webinar, you guys have beat YouTube, because YouTube has been planning to roll something that can do vertical and horizontal live streams at the same time. You literally beat them at their game, because if you launch it tomorrow, they say 10th of November, which is tomorrow. If you launch it tomorrow, you're going to kick these guys out of business. They'll be so late in the game. So watch out for that, guys. If you use StreamYard and you want to do like vertical, so most people in the room did not know how it was going to work. So they told us to be patient until tomorrow, and then we'll know how it will appear. It's called Mars, like the planet that Elon wants to take us to. And it allows people to do vertical and horizontal live streams at the same time, so that you can double dip. So you can be having a vertical live stream at the Sunday service and a normal live stream, giving you money and then getting subscribers and numbers at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, that is insider information. Now you're welcome. You can have it. Now that Novelty talked about getting insider information from Canva, anyway, might as well share it out. Okay. Second question: coffee, crochet, or Canva? Don't say Canva. Oh my! Why is Canva in that question? I should have removed it. Okay. Coffee, crochet, or Canva?
I don't drink coffee, so that's automatically eliminated. I would say crochet. Crochet, because if I don't have internet, I need something to do.
Okay. And then the most underrated branding tip. The most underrated branding tip. Take your time.
Most underrated branding tip.
And guys, make sure you've connected to Novelty as she answers this final set of questions, and then I'm coming to your comments. And in case you have any question burning that you want to ask her, please do. Then and make sure you have connected to her. So I want to see you guys dropping those nice hats, pink hats on her chat, or gold or green. I don't know. She has like a number of colors that are around her brand, so you can drop black, green, gold,
yellow, white,
yellow.
Was gold, yeah, white.
Is it gold? Yeah, that one. Yellow, I think it's yellow or pink. Drop those on the chat to confirm that you are there before we go. Did you get an answer for it?
I feel it's when you're adding colors to your brand, don't just pick any and anything out the sky, because colors have meaning, especially where branding is concerned. And you also have to pay attention to the kind of customers or clients that you're trying to draw in, because they have representations. Like for me, mine, you could have like gold and black, which represents a certain type of customers, or you could have like nude and neutrals, which would attract a different set of customers. So depending on what it is that you're aiming for, pay attention to the colors that it is that you're you're putting out there.
And our mutual friend AAW said the same thing. It's called brand identity and cohesion. Down to the shade of that color that has a hex code. Tiffany blue is Tiffany blue. It can't be any other Tiffany.
Exactly.
That's the brand. I think that's exactly what you just. I think you just say the same thing. Of course, she now used the professional whatever sport. But yes, exactly what you say. Right. Second last. I think the second last one. I said four, yeah. Oh, the last one. If your brand had a theme song, the Novelty Queens design brand had a theme song, what would that song be?
Huh. What would my song be?
That one that you are thinking of, that you are thinking, Goga, I'm not singing this song. That's the one.
No, I do have a once, but I don't know. I don't think that would be my song.
Novelty, just say it. What are you thinking? Tell us what is in your head right now.
I feel like it would be but I don't remember the name of it. Like it'll be like a Michael Jackson. You know that song where you're talking about like For the People or something like that?
Yeah. Kill the World.
What's it called? I think that's what it's called. Is it For the People? Or I don't remember. Something like that. But that's what
David Ant, can you help us? David Ant, you know all the songs under the sun. He's a musical producer, so you know. David Ant, what is that song by MJ about? Oh, we are the champ. We are the champions.
Yes, we are the champions. Okay. Yes.
Wow, Red Room. Hey, Red Room loves mix up too much. He knows everything. The prince of mix up. I forgot. He knows all these things.
Yes.
We are the champions. All right, fine.
That's right.
I think that's it. Well stated. Well stated. All right, and let me read for you a few comments that came through when we were talking, and I think that were very important for you just to like hear, so that you know how people have enjoyed hanging out with you.
Thank you.
Your most memorable quote on the Sunday service: "It is easy to fall and hard to climb." Like somebody has said, put that on a t-shirt. Like that was Fabulous Nuts just saying that one spoke to her. That one spoke to her like in such a nice
put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. That on a t-shirt, because you just said it so effortlessly. That's what she's taking home at the Sunday service. And then Joan Parker was reflecting on how when I was in school, there were such things as cooking, sewing, woodworking, etc. Yes, which may not be, and I think for her that point was trying to say that the schooling system is not really emphasizing on some of these skills.
They eliminated a lot of them actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So most kids are struggling when it comes to that. And then Title Pro, thanks so much for the 7 months of trust. I don't take it for granted, and the amazing super chat that you got us there. Thanks so much for that. Moving Wheels was watching in the background, and Moving Wheels says, "Great guest, watching and following. Thanks for always educating us, as we appreciate your work. I'm a great student of you, especially in growing my channel." Thanks so much for that compliment. I think we love that. Let me see whether I missed anything. Misha Bless talking about her food. AW saying, "You are doing such a great interview, Goga and Novelty." Oh, thank you so much.
I made sure I got good rest for this, so my nerves and everything.
Novelty wasn't that bad. You don't need to rest to come to the Sunday service. You could just walk out. You can even just walk into the Sunday service with a hangover. You'll be fine.
No, I need to rest. No, I need to prepare. I need to prepare myself.
That explains the glow and how you're looking demure and relaxed. Mm-hmm. And
good rest. Last night I go sleep early. Everything. I told you I treat everything on a very professional level, and especially like I did my hair, because I remember when we spoke on Friday, I had a different hairstyle. So
and let me tell you, let me give those people those receipts, guys. Let me tell you, Novelty is so professional. She had to turn on a camera and she was apologizing half the time. Like, Guka, I'm so sorry that I look like this. I'm like, no, it's fine. I don't even. My camera was not even on. I was literally lying on the couch while talking to you. So she's so professional, and then she keeps time. Like she was like we said, you're having a call. I think it was at 10. It was 10 p.m. my time, which was like 2 o'clock in Canada. She was there, like, okay, let's do this. We are ready. Let's like that. It was I can attest to how professional she is. She's very extremely professional. Like I was so impressed. Thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for how you respect the time and she kept on apologizing, and she thought the call was taking longer. "No, I'm so sorry that we are taking so long. Let's figure this out." And I was like, "It is fine. I'm not going anywhere. I am here for you." So thank you so much for that. You really made my Friday, by the way. Um, and then David Dant, after you talking about okra, now I'm not going to hear the end of this novelty because of this entire week. David Dant is going to talk about me on his live stream about how I lost the okra war. It's going to be about like. Look at him. He's like, "Oh wow, she's not only beautiful, she's smart and intelligent, Goga. This is the biggest and the greatest co-host we have ever had at the Sunday service." She actually, to be honest, he wrote a comment like that down there because of your okra stance.
Thank you.
Goodness. And then Clementina Igadi says, "Nice. I never knew branding was that important. I need to be more intentional." I think this is when you're busy breaking it down.
Yes, you should. It is very, very important.
All right. And then AAW says, "This lady is brilliant and innovative. She was born to be an entrepreneur.
Thank
This
you.
is what impressed me about her the most." Oh.
Thank you.
And then she has some receipts there that I think let me say that I think you'll understand it. Girl, if camera phones were a thing when I was coming up, I'd be in trouble. Thank God for keeping me, because I was a whole fool. Then she puts laugh emojis. I think you understand the receipt. Then Clementina says, "Your partner in crime. Your partner in crime. That is the lady you like who normally engages you for the cupcake.
Yes.
Your partner in crime is her kind of girl. Get yourself a partner in crime."
I'm telling you, you need one. You need one.
Okay. And then Red Room says, "I need a man pass." I think that was the other comment.
Red, what are you gonna do with the man purse? Where are you gonna go with it, Red? Don't worry about it.
Covering man passes for me and him, matching ones.
Pull out my pen and sketch out something. Don't worry.
Red is my brother, so I need. He calls himself my big brother. So let him foot the bill for all these problems, because that's what big brothers are for, right?
I never said it rich like that.
And then David Ant says, "I will make one for you. We are the champions. We are the world." David Ant has promised to make for you some stuff. David, this what an okra stance can cause people. Like the things you have offered Novelty Queens on this live stream just because of our okra position. Oh my goodness. This is I've never seen David this generous on YouTube. Like oh my goodness, this is insane. Joan Parker is your new subscriber, and Joan is a teacher, an amazing teacher.
Thank you.
As well. And then Simone says, "I am so proud of you, Novelty. People just giving you your flower." Guys, if you want to write these nice things about Novelty, go and do it on her chat. Don't write it on my chat. So that you confirm that you've connected to her. Post them. If you post them on my chat, I'm not going to read them. So go to her live stream. This is where blackmail works. Go to a live stream and then I will read them, so that you make sure that you are typing on the right chat. Okay, when you type on my chat, I'm not going to read them. I'll ignore them. But these are all typing them on your chat. Oh my goodness. Okay, Novelty, amazing conversation. You've really kept people here. People are so happy and they're so excited, and they really appreciate the input that you've come here to give. So unless there's anything, maybe you want any reaction to those the comments or something, and then we can get into your outro, and then we can release you.
I don't know if I have any more reactions. Oh, I was like, what just happened? Oh. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for the very kind gestures. The compliments is very, very, very appreciative and very heartwarming. Like I didn't expect all of that.
I'm still laughing at the comments on the chat because the most amazing course of the month. The month is barely like a week.
Thank you, and it's my month too.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you said you're celebrating your birthday this month. Before we go to the conclusion, you said your birthday when exactly?
My birthday is on the 17th.
That is next week. Wait. That is
My
like
birthday.
next on a Monday. That will be the other week, the other next Monday. Oh, I celebrated mine last Sunday, but I'm celebrating the whole month, so don't really celebrate with you.
I
Any,
swear, I was there for your birthday.
I saw you.
I had to come through. Anything to do with Scorpios, I'm there. You having a party? I'm there.
and I'm sure you saw the royal theme, and you're like, this one I'm getting in. It's royalty, it's novelty.
Yes, yes. I feel like there's so many Scorpios on because there's so many. Every minute I see somebody's on community tab with happy birthday this person and happy birthday that person. I'm like, wait, you're in November too?
Yes,
And it's so
we have
funny.
so many.
Yeah, like I find like people like you resonate with them a certain way. Like with Scorpios, you resonate with Scorpios a certain type of way. And then when you find out that they're a Scorpio, you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Absolutely. So, guys, novelties. Any special thing you're planning for us on these streets, or what are the plans for that day and stuff? Just
For what? For my birthday?
yes.
To be honest with you, I think I'm probably like an odd duck because I really don't celebrate my birthday. I don't celebrate my birthday, and usually I don't tell people my birthday. I have friends that I grew up with that don't know my birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, normally for my birthday, my daughter, she always asks me because I don't like surprises, so she'll say like, "What do you want for your birthday this year?" Yeah, and then they always let me say quietly because it's normally supposed to be a surprise, but every year they get me a cake. They surprise, but they do it in such a fashion where it's like, even though I'm expecting it, sometimes it's like, am I getting it? Because they hide it so well, or they wait to like the very last minute to order it. Yeah, and then like I'll be eating or something, and then both my son and my daughter come. They turn off the lights and come in the darkness with the cake.
That's so cute.
Yeah, like type of thing. But me, I don't really celebrate my birthday. I'm just always just grateful that I get to make it another year, and I have more time to push, to complete my dreams and my goals.
Is it a thing that happens because as we grow older? Because I think I notice as much. I'm not very excited about my birthday nowadays. I think as I grow older for some reason, or it's
No,
just.
I never celebrate my birthday. I celebrate my children's birthdays, but for me, I never celebrate my birthday. Usually if I do, it's like a friend of mine that'll be like, girl, get over yourself. Like, we're gonna go eat at least, or like somebody says, oh, we're gonna do this, you don't celebrate, who cares? We're gonna do something at least. I'll be like, okay, fine, but yeah. It was just, I don't know, like for me it was always like, I love November. I love being a Scorpio. I celebrate that hands down all the time. I used to actually have like a Scorpio ring and a Scorpio bracelet.
I have a Scorpio ring. I have a Scorpio ring too.
Yes, like but I never, other from that, I don't celebrate other from that, but I'm very proud of our month, and I will celebrate other Scorpios' birthdays with them. I love celebrating other Scorpios. It's like, I don't know, it's a big thing for me. Yeah, right. My best friend, his birthday is like in 2 days as well.
Oh wow! Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. And then I think Redzoom says birthdays remind you that you are getting closer to. Redzoom, why are you like this? Redzoom, why are you like this?
That's not a thing for me because I feel like I feel other from me. Hi, stick to it. Yeah. I feel for me like, even though like I feel, because people, every time somebody sees me, like the question is always like, you don't age. And like, especially when I see like the people I grew up with, like everybody is like gray, or they look like they were my seniors, and like a lot of them I'm older than them, like and they look at me and they're like, why do you still look like that? What's the secret or something? And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe laugh some more. I don't know.
That is it. That laughter right there. Yeah, that is the extension to life. Yeah. Laughter. And I think you said you also like trying to keep things very positive and you like preserving your energy, and I think that's a very important thing as well.
Yes.
It keeps things going. East
Things
African
going.
Knockout Channel, welcome. Stick to it. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. You have a channel that is on the road to 1,000 subscribers. What's the game plan when it comes to YouTube? What is the broader picture you have when with YouTube? Because maybe you joined YouTube. I don't know what. I know like it was during the COVID and maybe to put your content out there. But was getting the channel now to hit these milestones something that you had in mind or you discovered now? I think as you're getting to meet people, interact with the community. Uh, what do you aspire to see Novelty designs, Novelty Queens designs as a YouTube channel? Where do you want it to be in the next like couple of years or months?
Honestly, it's always been about my products for me. When I joined YouTube, to be honest with you, I wasn't like thinking about the 1,000 subscribers. I wasn't thinking
Yeah.
of monetization. Like that wasn't my focus. It was always about pushing out my content to get customers.
and that is what matters, so long as they are customers. Yeah.
Yes, because in my mind, right, the way I perceive things is subscribers are subscribers. You can have 1 million subscribers and still not gain anything from it, right?
Mm.
But if you push out your brand from the get-go and you build your subscribers around that, or even a community around that, even if nobody's buying from you in your community, like if you're building a community, at least they'll push out to somebody who possibly can or wants to support your business and buy your products. Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you could always gain from that. Because I hear people with saying like, oh, I have like 1 million followers or I have 100,000 followers and they can't sell anything. Nobody buys anything from them, or they're not
That's
making that much. Yeah, they're not making that much money. So to be honest, like YouTube in terms of that was never really my focus. I just look at it as another means of pushing out my content because there's so many variations of people. And also because I could display my journey. I could show people how I do my product, because another mistake I made when I was getting in there, like I was just pushing out my product, but I wasn't really showing them the creativity, the behind the scenes of it, like, you know. And it didn't stop me from getting customers, but I felt like I could have done better by showing people how I did it. Because a lot of times people see my stuff and they don't believe that I created it.
yeah.
Like,
That's true.
like, you know, so at least this gives me an opportunity to actually show the process and, you know, from beginning to finish, so people can say like, oh my gosh, you really did create that, like, you know what I mean? And they'll have more appreciation, show more appreciation for it, like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people don't understand like the process and the hard work that goes into it. They don't understand the time that goes into it, like, you know, and that's only to make the product, yeah, like, you know, and then now to sell it and put it out there and promote it and all that. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I feel like I wasn't delivering that, you know, throughout the years, but at least now I can use YouTube to deliver that. Gaining some subscribers in the thousands a bonus for me. Though
What
I
is
am
Yeah. What is your pain point on YouTube itself? Because I know
my what,
YouTube now
sorry?
is your pain point. Like what is like the challenge for you when it comes to YouTube itself? Because I know sometimes it can be draining in a sense. Like you have to keep posting, keep pushing and stuff like that.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever thought about
Okay. Good to know. It's a good answer by the way.
I don't think I've ever thought about it. I don't know. I don't know.
I love that. It's a good place to be. Like it's a very nice place to be by the way. Like like I am not necessarily here like chasing the big numbers because
Yeah.
they may not translate into money, but let me explore. I love that. I think it's a good place to be.
Yeah, and I love the community and stuff that I've stumbled on here, because honestly, before Reds came into my life, I never had a community. Like, I've met a lot of people and I will support their channel, they'll support my channel, vice versa, but they weren't a community. They were just people that came on and then we just found each other and we just support each other. And then I think like a few months after I came back on YouTube and I decided like this is where I'm gonna be. Then I noticed like other people started to branch out and they start forming communities, and who wasn't forming a community kind of branched out into a community, but I still wasn't, I didn't find a place in which I could say, well, I was comfortable or I felt like at ease, like, you know. And then rights pop up in my life one day. They pop up in my life, and I was like, you know, let me go show back some support and whatever. And while I'm there showing back support, like I started to see like the people in his community, which was like you and like, you know, like Simone and everybody, like, you know, that was in there. And I was just like, I love it over here. Like, this is a place to be at, like, you know. So I'm like, let me come back in and see another time. And I don't know, I'm all of a sudden I'm like, I'm part of the red lines.
No, and it's important because and it's giving people a lot of pressure there on the chat. It's like, guys, you need to get a monetized and stuff. And it normally starts like that. And even Simone, I think when you did an interview with Simone, I think a couple of weeks ago, and I remember Simone was telling me that, you know, she never even used to be active on YouTube until I think April.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And then before you realize she has a fully monetized channel. In fact, my drama with her is always her telling me, Gogo, can you stop telling my husband about my monetization channel and things like it's like he's always discovering things because you are speaking too much, you're speaking too loudly on your live stream. And you know, very nice new problems, and she says she had not even thought about it like that. So the community is always there to at least rally the support. And I like how they are the community always like looks at it because it's resonating, it's scratching his head right now. It's like, why is this channel going as fast as it needs to be? In fact, it becomes like a headache for everybody else. It's like, NoveltyQueens needs to be monetized, guys. What can we do to help? So I think for me, I love that. I love that sense of how people come together for a good cause, and it does not necessarily even benefit them. It is just, this is somebody we need to like rally and support because everybody was supported. So it does take a village. And I think it's always important to remember that the village held your hand through the process.
Yes. And not even just that, but also like the vibes. Like, even if nobody was helping, people are, so I'm not saying nobody is, but I'm just saying if a scenario, if nobody was helping me or supporting my content, like I would still enjoy being in the community because I like the way how everybody like rallies around. It's like a big family, and family is a big thing for me. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I like that I could just go into the room and honestly, like a lot of times, like when I'm doing stuff now, like I'm crafting, so I don't often get to like message and type back and reply or engage in the conversation. But believe you me, like some teeth will be skinning behind them screens because I'll be like crocheting and trying to mind my business, listening on somebody's live, and there will be so much more entertainment. I'll be here like, hey, oh my gosh, yes. Sometimes like I have to put it down for a bit just to type, and I'll be like, oh yes, da-da-da-da-da. Like, you know. And I love that for me because we all need that, like, you know.
Absolutely. And stick to it. Yeah, Queen has come a long way. I salute her and the chat. Thanks so much for that. And AAW agrees. Yes, we need to get our little lobster fingers novelty monetized. So they are all now rallying. It's an idea now that they are they're rallying around, and I think it's a good thing.
I definitely feel like I can get there. I started a goal at the beginning of the year. I told myself by the end of the year I was going to get monetized. But mostly because, like I said, I want to add my store to I want to connect my store to YouTube. I want to connect my store to YouTube. Is why, but for me, I know for sure I can get there because I know like once I put my mind to it, I can. And I realize like if I push a little bit harder, I can. I know I can, right? And I can see that because when I do push, I see the results, right? But I told myself right now, my main focus is the markets. And then I know once I start doing some lives, because right now YouTube is pushing lives.
Yes. Yeah, it wants lives. Like I think lives are everything, like the lifeline.
Yeah. I don't even think long form is getting pushed out anymore. It's all about lives and stuff like that. Because I noticed even the other day I went on, and for the longest time, for some reason, my views went down on the lives. But recently I went on again and it's starting to go back up. So I'm like, yep, they're pushing. So I'm ready to push back, YouTube. Don't worry, I'm coming. Stay right there. But I'm definitely going to be pushing it. And I know for a fact, I will be monetized by the end of the month. I mean, not the end of the month. Well, who knows? I'm putting in there. Okay. But by the end of the year.
This still comes. there are something about the store that I can add. David, not necessarily. The store does not even need like 10K subs. There are people who have like less and they have stores. Um, I don't know that you've explored the Buy Me a Coffee store or the shop.
Reds told me about it, and honestly,
I've always, I say, for me personally, I said I was not going to do a a YouTube store because, again, I don't know. You know, YouTube is a company; it has to make money because the charges are insane. So I said, you can actually create a shop in another place. So the Buy Me a Coffee shop is something that you can think about. But I don't know what you think about it. Maybe I can get your opinion on it.
no, I did take heed, and I was trying to do it. Actually, a couple days ago, I had a few moments. And I'm like, you know what? While I have this time, let me try to register it. But I think, like, from when I first started my business years ago, there was something that I created which kind of ties into it. So every time I try to register for it, because it says like I just have to enter my email and some small information, but when I click to go, it sends me to a whole different form with a whole bunch of things that I have to enter for my store and my business and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, I keep telling Reds, I'm like, Reds, I need you to help me. I keep saying I'm gonna reach out to him and let him guide me through it. But
There is Red's reporting you. Goga, she does not listen. I am working on my
I promise. No, I have been working. Watch, I'm gonna show you, Reds. I have been working on it, but I'm gonna I'm gonna make sure that he could, because I think I could
And even, look at your people, they even know this. Red has been saying this to her more than once.
He has. I told you, it's been like months. It's literally been months. It's been months. He's been. A matter of fact, I think from the first day he came on my life. From the first day he came on my life, I think that was the first thing he says. He says, Novelty, have you ever thought about buy your coffee? And at the time, I didn't know what that was. And then he explained a bit. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then like some time passed and he came back again. He's like, Novelty, yeah, I'm going to do it. And this time, I promise you, I was doing it. But there was some kind of interference. I don't know. But I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. It's just busy.
Now, it's an idea that you can think of, because one thing I like with that one is that you don't even need to wait for the to be monetized and stuff. Buy Me a Coffee is available for anybody, even if you have like 0 subscribers. But then it's a good way of getting the people who want to support your store, or they want to support your craft without you losing out on a lot of deductions. They can actually come through and support you. Fabulous Nat, thank you so much for stopping by, and appreciate you stopping by. Please say hi to your family on my behalf, the kids. And she says, Fabulous says, thank you for hosting such an amazing talent, Goga. You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, guys, allow me to leave this here. Can you imagine? Novelty has been sitting with me for the last 3 hours, and she came even before we started the live stream. She was on time. Like, she keeps the woman is a professional. That's what I got to give it to her. So what we have not discussed, I think she's going to do it on her outro. So Novelty, normally what we do, we normally give you now the last chance to like 2 minutes just for you to like wrap up on anything that you may have forgotten. Maybe just like reiterate the message that you're trying to pass, the message about your brand, and then we will release you. So I'm going to put you on a solo layout for that, but I have to make sure that they've connected to you. So guys, in case you have not connected to Novelty, last chance, because the moment she finishes and says bye, we are ending her live stream, and then you come back here for the affirmation, and then we can go raid somebody. I don't know that any of my mods is on the chat because I need the raid command, Goga and NQ raid or something like that. Let me see if I can get a raid command, because it's going to be Goga and Novelty raid or something like a NoveltyQueens raid. So make sure that let's see whether we can get that done, and then we can go raid somebody with that command. But thanks so much guys for supporting NoveltyQueens, and thanks so much for joining the Sunday service just to like hang out with us. We don't take it for granted. So let me allow Novelty to like do her thing. I'm going to put her on solo layout, and then we can release her. The rest you can go ask her on her channel. Now you are connected to her. You now know her schedule. You can go leave comments on her videos. You can go to the market, which she said is taking place in the next, which 1 week or 2 weeks, Novelty?
Yeah, at the end of the month on the 28th.
Okay, there's a market that is coming up on the 28th, and then you can also pre-order this in case you want to support her products. You can buy these nice things that you're seeing behind her there, and they come branded with her design, but you have to pre-order. You know, guys, it's a niche market. You know, it's not like an open market where you go and start picking things. They're bespoke products, so you have to like pre-order these things so that she can ideate and design it for you. All right, Rebecca, thank you. Poetic Tears, nice to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Okay, let me allow Novelty to do the thing, and then you can, in case you have any compliment for her, run to her chat right now and then type it there. Run to her chat right. No, don't type it on mine. Run to her chat. The link is there. Run to her chat. All right, Novelty, over to you.
Okay, so my outro is gonna be very short. I think very short, simple, and sweet. And all I have to say is, for anyone that wants to start, whether a business or a channel, anything in life, start messy, but just be sure to start. And you don't need everything figured out. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just need your passion, your purpose, and a lot of persistence. And always remember to stay true to your why, and remember that the dream is never too big. It's just waiting for you to believe in it till its full extent. So, yeah. And thank you very much for having me. And as I like to say on my channel, keep dreaming, stay soft, and continue to build the life that you love.
Oh, thank you so much. At least now, guys, let's leave it at that. I'm going to release Novelty Queens. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I know we've been planning this for the last I think it's over 1 month, because we started having this idea a long time ago. And just seeing you here at the Sunday service today is like a dream come true. And I'm so honored that you are able to get time today for us to make this collaboration happen. And I also want to thank you so much for the 3 hours of your time. I cannot afford these 3 hours that you've spent hanging out with me on a Sunday when you could have been doing other things that you normally do on weekends. So thank you so much for that. And I don't take it for granted. So guys, I'm going to end Novelty's live stream right now so that I can release her. You can walk back, you can Uber back to my channel for the affirmation. Redzum will show you the way. He's a moderator, will show you the way. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. Bye, guys.
Oh, goodness, that was funny. Okay, and there was one. Welcome back. So yeah, so now we've ended. We confirm that we've ended our live stream so that it does not have to have okay. Let me see the compliments that came through. Hey, Ree, welcome, Ree the Explorer. Nice to see you. Welcome. You're from Miss TikTok girl. Hey, that mix-up queen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kaksan Productions, my sister. Thank you so much, Kaksan. Let me smile. Thank you so much, Kaksan. I really appreciate you stopping by. Poetic Tears is in the building. Title Pro, thanks so much for that command. Henky Drone, thanks so much for coming in. Henky, nice to see you, Henky. Thanks so much for popping in. Hello. Jaden, welcome back to the Sunday service on this side. Kaksan Production saying hello to all. Thank you so much. I am good, Kaksan. I've just had an amazing Sunday service with my co-host. We just finished. So I'm just trying to just wrap up the show before we go on a read. Yeah, but thank you so much for making it. Henky, how have you been? Henky? How is Indonesia? What's going on there? Thank you so much for popping by. All right, guys. So I love that conversation. Now let me see whether there are any compliments. Ree, I think we are connected. Aren't we already connected, Ree? I think we are connected already. Thank you so much. Title Pro has already dropped the raid command. I've pinned it, so just get that command. Simone TV says, this was an amazing Sunday service. Novelty, you are a true queen, Han. I truly got you. I genuinely support your content, and I will continue until you get monetized. That is it. That is the assignment, guys. That is the assignment. Let me see what else I may have left. Yeah, very nice compliments coming through for Novelty. And Novelty Queens is on the chat, guys. I like how she go Gary. Novelty Queens, thank you so much. Yeah, Novelty Queens is with you guys there on the chat. So in case you're not connected to Novelty, please connect to her. I needed to end her live stream so that I don't end up talking too much here, and then that becomes part of her content, so that she can go re-edit the live stream so that she only has content that where she's appearing. Yes, yeah, we are connected. Dre, I think Miss TikTok. How did Miss TikTok send you here? Miss TikTok, this Miss TikTok girl, and this Miss TikTok, she loves mix up too much. How did Miss TikTok even find you and then tell you to come to me? Because this Miss TikTok has gotten me into a lot of trouble. This Miss TikTok has gotten me into a lot of trouble before. But thank you so much, Ri. I'm glad we are reconnected. Rezum, welcome back. Thanks so much for coming in. And you guys, you can thank Novelty. She's with you guys there on the chat. You can compliment her. Tell her that, hey, Novelty, I loved your laugh. I loved your design. I loved your background. And if you have not connected to her, you can also connect to her there directly on the live stream. It makes you like be part of that house. Hey, Lux Latitude, welcome, Lux. Nice to see you. How you doing? Lux Latitude in the building. Welcome back again, Lux. And then I see, where did I stop? The chat froze at some point. Yeah, you guys are saying hi to Novelty. Lux says, how are you? I am awesome. I just finished the Sunday service with an amazing queen. She gave us some very good tips on branding. She gave us some very excellent tips on how to build a brand when it comes to our channels. She went through and also gave the challenges and the mistakes that she made when she was starting off businesses. And she reflected that it's important to let things. Guys, I'm giving a recap of the entire Sunday service. She also talked about the importance of letting things go, especially if they're not working. And sometimes it's for your own benefit. And she said that sometimes you have to be very intentional about some of the ideas that you're exploring, so that you're not you're not stretching yourself too thin, that you end up losing your mind when you're building a business. Another thing I liked is also how she said the most important thing that stood out for me when among the many important ideas was the importance of multi-platform discernment. Multi-platform discernment in the sense that you can be on YouTube, you can be on Instagram, you can be on TikTok, you can be on what was the other one? You can be on WhatsApp Business. But I like what she said, that each platform serves its different purpose and different audience. She said that there are things she can easily sell on Instagram, but they cannot be sold on a platform like Facebook. She said there are products that she pushes on Facebook that can never they can never see the light of day on a platform like TikTok. She also talked about Pinterest, where her biggest business comes from. And one of the things she said about platforms like Pinterest is as a brand, she has to make sure that the pictures are high quality, because high quality translates to a client at least believing in terms of the product that you are selling them, and also it translates to sales. I really liked how she made that connection in terms of how she presents her different crafts, be it tumblers, be it t-shirts, be it designs on these different platforms, because they each have their own merit. I think I loved how she said that. That I think for me was a biggest takeaway, so that you're not I think what Novelty said is that you can be in a lot of platforms, but are they making business sense? So that when you hear people are saying that we are running to Instagram, what are you doing on Instagram? I think for me that was a very strong the way she made that connection, man. That's a business guru right there. And I think I like how she tied that very beautifully. So even as you explore other platforms, as you're building your brands, make sure you're very deliberate on what you're pushing in those brands, because sometimes they may not whatever you're pushing on YouTube may not necessarily work on the other platforms, because they also have their different energy, their different vibe, and I think that was very important. And above all, she said the importance of community and authenticity. For her, she said that it is important to inculcate your that word is difficult, guys. English will not kill me. Being authentic. Why is authenticity so hard to say? Why is it so? Guys, English will not kill me. Authenticity, or being authentic, and how it translates to a community. She said it's very important for you to bring out authenticity, especially if you're a small content creator or a growing content creator, because that is what most people resonate with. And a very good example she gave here was, people like showcasing success, but they don't like showing the pain behind the success. And for her, it is important for her to show the behind the scenes, because it helps somebody appreciate the journey and its many facets, and how it is not very easy. So I think, isn't that the Sunday service in a nutshell? I've literally summarized the entire 3-hour interview for you, those of you who missed. But go and give it a replay, and go and rewatch it on her channel. Don't rewatch it on mine. Go and rewatch it on her channel, because we want to get that channel to like 800. So in case you're not connected to Novelty Queens Designs, please make sure you connect to her, so that at least we can round off those numbers for her to 1K. But thank you so much, everybody who made it. Oh my goodness, Red Zoom, thank you so much. Ash Money. This one is reporting herself. Guys, I have receipts. Thank you so much, Red Zoom, for reminding me. And I told you not to come and bribe me here. I literally, even Classic come to the front of the class. Classic and Red Room come to the front of the class. These are two respected channel members of mine. But the things they did this past week, it left me shocked. Give me those vocabularies that you people normally use. It left me shocked. It left me give me those shocking words. It left me shocked. It left me stunned. It left me surprised. It left me flabbergasted. You give me those vocabularies you guys normally use. These two people, Classic and Red Room, let me tell you what happened. Monday, let me start with Red Room receipts. Because I literally told him not to come and bribe me, so that I like keep quiet about his receipts. Bewildered, yes, thank you so much, David. Bewildered, I was bewildered. I was shocked. I was stunned. I was astounded. Give me those difficult words. Classic and Red Room. These are two respected channel members of mine. They are like very experienced pilots. But I was stunned. Let me just use that word. I was like, I don't know. I was perplexed. I was petrified. Somebody said I was awkward. I was awkward. Let me tell you, I was awkward. Oh my goodness. Really? Razum, really? I was awkward. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Yes, I was petrified. So let me start with what happened. So Red Room on Monday, Red Room does his live streams on Monday, and then now time has changed. So I think I even get confused. He normally starts, I think, at David Hunt. Let me tell you. So Red Room identity. Okay, David Hunt, I want you to come in front of the class, because this is very important. Red Room always uses you as an excuse when he does not want to read. So this is what happens. David Hunt, you have to know that you have to set up your upcoming live stream, because Red Room depends on you to be able to raid. Now, David Hunt, if you don't set up a raid if you don't set up your live stream for Monday, you have totally messed up Red Room's program. It is very important for me to clarify this. Red Room depends on you for him to have a successful flight, David Hunt. David Hunt, if you don't set up your live stream for Monday, Red Room is doomed. He does not know what to do with himself. Life gets so hard. And this is what happened on Monday. So Red Room nowadays likes doing these live streams where he does live streams with horizontal. He doesn't do vertical, because, and let me tell you that I think it's benefiting from it, because I see a lot of ads, because I'm always in the office and I'm always watching Red Room on my computer. So a lot of ads are always playing since he started doing this horizontal thing. Now, on Monday, I don't know what happened. He started and he was just talking, very nice conversation. It was very casual. Then at some point, I realized Red Room is talking too much. He's giving excuses, and this talking too much was him giving excuses about how this new YouTube feature does not help he does not see where to raid. The moment Red Room started talking too much, I knew he was doomed. He was not going to raid That is why he was giving all these excuses. It's like, Goga, I don't know that you've seen this thing on horizontal that you cannot set up the redirect. I was not getting what he was saying because I did not believe him. I did not believe him. He just kept on speaking too much about things that do not exist. You can read from any live stream. I mean, if you can read from a vertical, you can read from anything. So I don't know what Red Zoom was talking about. But the problem was, David Hunt had not set up his upcoming live stream for Monday. So this is what Red Zoom normally does on Sundays, David. Red Zoom has to set up his Monday live stream on Sunday, and then he normally pre-selects you because when he ends it, you'll have started your live stream on Monday at 6 in the morning, which is like, which is normal, I think, which is like, 6 in the morning United States time. So that arrangement is very important for him. So if you don't do it, you have totally messed up Red Zoom. Like, he starts speaking a lot of things on the live stream that don't make sense, and that is what he was doing on Monday. Let me tell you, the man kept on talking, and then he just starts asking random things that are not like really, like when. So he was buying time. And then, guys, before I even realized, let him just end his live stream. He just left. There was no raid. There was nothing. Then this is what I wrote on the chat. I just wrote on that chat, there shall be consequences. And on the chat, I wrote something like this. On the chat, I wrote, no wonder you are speaking too much on the live stream because you knew you are not going to raid. So you are trying to buy us time so that you can just end the live stream like randomly. Like the internet has disappeared or something like that. Guys, let me tell you, I even sent him a screenshot of my chat, and everybody on the chat, even Special was there. I think there were quite a number of witnesses. Special was there, Kanini Kanene was there. A lot of people there were so many witnesses on that live stream. Simone, I think, was there, but she was multitasking. So she did not know where we went because she found me later and was like, Goga, where did you guys go? And I was like, the man did not read. He just ended his live stream, but there'll be consequences. So I forgot because I told him I'm going to bring this up on Wednesday. I forgot about it on my Wednesday, Sunday service because he was asking so many questions so that I can forget. So I did not remember on Wednesday. But so those were Red Room receipts. So David Hunt, please, I beseech you. I'm even using biblical vocabularies. I beseech you. Therefore, please be setting your live stream on Sunday for Red Room's benefit because the man is suffering. And he does not want to crash flights anymore. He already has a reputation for it. Classic is another one. Classic does this braiding thing I think she does it 3 days a week. So occasionally I pop in and she's always very busy. Classic is normally very busy braiding that hair. She has 100 people watching. She's very busy. So she cannot even you cannot even start asking her things about receipts because she's busy braiding and you don't want to distract her because she has a lot of people. Now Classic, we walk into the live stream. She was just fun. She was just doing her braiding thing. Misha Bless came to the live stream, I think, at some point. That is the first time I've ever seen Classic get distracted on a live. She's always concentrating. And that's a good thing because she focuses on her work. Because she has a very steady subscribership. And congratulations on 12,000, by the way, Classic. Well done. She has a very steady subscribership of people who actually watch her braid the hair. So you normally don't want to distract Classic. She's actually fine. She's just fine. Misha Bless came to the live stream. Classic, for the first time ever, I think I've never seen Classic distracted on a live stream. He's like, oh my God, Misha Bless is here. I knew there was drama. The moment Classic started speaking, guys, allow me to welcome one of my students who decided to go and get married. She does not attend my classes anymore. She does not think that she needs braiding lessons anymore. Guys, I was done. I was like, Misha was being called out. Misha was dragged in that class. Let me tell you, Classic forgets she has 40 people watching. And then Misha becomes the target. Misha Bless became the target. Me, I was like that on that live. I was like, let me keep quiet. Let me shut up here. He's like, yeah. So this student of mine went and got a husband. It was a whole thing. And then it's how Classic, Classic never laughs sometimes. And she's very serious. So she was not laughing. I am on the chat. I'm done on the chat. Misha Bless is on the floor there saying, teacher, can you stop discussing my business? Stop receipts and continue braiding. She spent some good amount of time just talking about Misha Bless, the student who went to the United States and got a husband and does not need braiding classes anymore. Then, of course, at some then I of course I told her, Classic, can you focus and stop? We are having a private conversation here on the chat. Classic, can you focus on your braiding? Stop receipts. Then she remembered she needs to continue the live stream, so she continued braiding. And then she's like, thank you so much, Guga. Nice to see you on the live stream. Da, 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 da. So she's welcoming people. It's like, oh, hi, how are you doing, Andrea? Nice to see you, Andrea. Thanks so much for coming in. Re, I'm going to answer your question. Don't worry. So she just kept on going like that. And then at some point she's like, guys, I think I need to go. This is how I knew we were doomed. So Classic, we told Classic very clearly. Even Simone was there. We told Classic, please send us to Red Room because Red Room is interviewing Misha Bless' cousin, Trevor. We literally told her that. And she said, oh, don't worry, guys, I will do it. Of course, Classic is a very experienced pilot. We knew she was going to raid people to Red Room so that she can go for Trevor's interview. We were all excited to go to Trevor's interview. So this is what happened. I don't know what happened. So Classic, I think she continued braiding or doing things at some point. Then the live stream just ended. I knew we were in trouble when Classic normally does this thing where she has to dance to some song before she ends her live stream. That is usually the ceremony for her to set up the raid and do all those things. Guys, that ceremony was not there on Thursday. Sorry, it was on Friday. That ceremony was not there on Friday. She did not dance to her music. She did not put that music of hers to dance a bit. Because she always does that dancing thing so that she can set up the raid. And then now we are thrown. We are thrown out wherever that you are being sent. That dance did not happen. Next thing you see, the live stream has ended. And then I think she realized later on, she realized immediately, I think she had already ended the live stream. Because we walked to Red Room live stream where Red Room was interviewing Trevor. So we just walked there. So we walked, and guys, the president is not supposed to be walking. So Classic, I think decided to buy herself time to confirm that those witnesses who are on her live stream are not busy. They are not active on Red Room's chat. Classic, I think, started chatting on that live stream 15 minutes later, thinking that we are not there. Me, I was just quiet there listening to Red Room speaking to Trevor and asking Trevor questions. So I caught Classic. I'm like, Classic, how are you doing? I think the moment Classic saw my name, she was like, oh my God, Goga is here. Goga is here. Goga, aren't you supposed to be asleep? All of a sudden, you guys are worrying whether I should be asleep or not. Why do you guys care about the time the president should be asleep? Can you leave the president's sleep time alone? Leave the president alone. He's going to sleep whatever time he wants. Classic saw my name on that chat, and I think she just knew Goga is here. Oh my goodness, I am doomed. And then, because she's like, Goga! She starts greeting me very nice. I'm like, Classic, can you leave me alone? Why are you shouting my name? Classic, stop greeting me. Because she's trying to neutralize. And then, of course, Red Room got busy because the son was unwell and things like that. So that lighting did not last for long. But I said, I'm going to put those two people in front of the class because you are very experienced pilots. You are very experienced. Yeah, Red Room. Goga is here. The moment Classic saw my name, I think she was just like, I'm done. I am done. And then she had been there in the bushes, actually. She had been there, actually. Because she knew where people were supposed to go. She knew in her head, she even knew she was going to raid us there. I just don't know why she did not raid us. I don't know why the flight crashed. I don't know that the phone died. I don't know what happened. But I knew the moment she saw us on the chat, she was like, yikes, I've been caught. Moral of the story is, Red Room, you have to find other ways. You cannot be depending on David Hunt so that you don't crash flights. Classic. You have to dance for us as you set up the raid. You cannot just end your live stream like that. You have to raid us where we want to go. We are used to you dancing before you end your live stream. That was very unceremonial. These are two experienced pilots. I expect better from you people. You cannot just be like crashing flights or ending live streams and using excuses not to read. Red Room talking too much about things that do not exist. Classic just went abruptly. I don't even know. I don't even think she knows how that live stream ended. I don't even think she has an idea what happened. But yes, I expect better. These are very experienced pilots. You cannot be embarrassing us like this. We expect flights and premium flights, business class kind of level kind of flights. So those are the receipts for the week. In case you did not know, now you know. It needed a crowd. It needed a okay. And then and I told Redru, because I met him somewhere and he was like, Goga, can you shut up? I'm like, Redrum, I don't want your bribes because you're going to ruin my receipts. I told Redrum not to come and give me any super chat because I knew he will come and do that so that he can bribe me to shut up. So please, no, guys, if you know I have your receipts, some of those receipts are my content. They are my content when I finish the Sunday service or the academy. So don't come and bribe me here to shut up when that is content that I need to use. So I thought I should like let you know about that. Riz, are you here? Riz, are you here? Riz, let me answer your question. Riz asked a question here that is very important, and I think it can explain to some people what this phenomenon is. So Riz asked a question here. Where is that question? Riz asked a question. Let us answer this before we set up the read. Riz asked a question. Yes, Novelty. These people, he just likes paying me hash money to keep quiet about the receipts. Yeah. Riz asked a question here that I think is very important. So Riz is asking, Goga, why do I have many views vertically and too few horizontally? Yeah, that's a very good question, Riz. Here's the thing. YouTube likes promoting verticals. You get a lot of views from verticals. You get a lot of new subscribers from verticals. You get a lot of watch hours from vertical live streams because YouTube is promoting them on the short feed. That is why when you go live on your phone, vertical, you always get a lot of views. You always get more views than a typical live stream, like a horizontal live stream. So that is because YouTube is pushing your content on the short feed. The problem with this, the advantage with this is that yes, you will get the views, you will get new subscribers, you will get more watch hours, but those subscribers do not necessarily translate to become regulars. So you will not see them on coming to your normal videos. That's the problem. You will not see them coming to your normal videos. You will not see them coming to your normal content. And that is why I think that's why you are having like all these views when you are doing verticals, but you don't see them when you are doing horizontal. Horizontal attracts your community. You see all these people came to the Sunday service, they will only see the horizontal live stream. YouTube will never promote a horizontal live stream on a vertical platform. Occasionally, some new people may walk in, like yesterday when Simone was interviewing the World of Ruggers, there was a troll who walked in there. And of course, those are like exceptional circumstances. But vertical live stream is exposed to like a broader audience, but they do not necessarily translate into regular audience. So the moral of the story is that if you want to hang out with your community, you will find them on the horizontal live stream. If you want to like build a channel and get new subscribers without them necessarily watching your videos, keep doing vertical live streams. You will find you'll always get more views, more subscribers, more watch hours. I hope I've answered the question. Yeah. And then videos are a whole different ball game. Videos are a whole different ball game because videos you have to be very intentional. Videos are like the algorithm for videos is insane. It is very difficult. That's what Novelty was saying earlier on when she was here. The algorithm pushing your videos has not been working very optimally. In fact, even big YouTubers, I was speaking to some big YouTuber like in the past week, and he was complaining about how his videos normally stop after 2 days. Like he drops a video, the video gets a lot of views for the first 1 day, 2 days. After the second day, it just goes dormant. So I think it's a YouTube-wide problem for some reason. Like everybody who is doing videos, they just get stuck at some point. And I think there must be a fault in that the video algorithms. The live streams, YouTube is pushing aggressively for them. The horizontal, you will not get the same views on horizontal that you'll get on a vertical live stream. That means you need to like nurture your community, because the community is what is coming to watch your horizontal live streams. And horizontal live streams also give you a lot of ad revenues. And that is why you've noticed people like Blessed Life Journey, Miss V NYC, Simone TV, I think once a week. There's a way they do meditation videos. Poetic Tears, I think, as well. I'm not so sure. Wisdom Sparks Motivation. There's a way they are doing their live streams to attract their horizontal audience, because there's a way they can make ad revenue by having their normal community or the normal audience come and watch those meditation videos. So it's really a gamble. And you have to make a decision as a creator on what you want. If you want the views and you want the views and you want the channel to look like it has a lot of views and subscribers, keep doing the verticals. You want to like nurture a community and you want to get ad revenue, do horizontal live streams. Maybe videos are different. Videos, you are at the mercy of the algorithm. Leverage on titles. Shorts, YouTube has been pushing shorts. I think my shorts are doing very well. I never have problems with shorts. So it's a very intricate balance. You have to know what it has to come down to you as a creator, to be honest. Whatever Rebecca is saying, it's a tight decision. So, but you can choose. So for me, the best advice I always tell people, I don't do vertical live streams as a matter of policy. It's not my thing. It can give me, I only do vertical live streams when I'm doing my yoga, because yoga is not like content I'm trying to push to the community. So you'll find me doing my vertical, my yoga exercises that I do daily. I do them on vertical. Because vertical is not my main content. I don't even promote it. I don't even push it to anybody. And then my live streams, I only do them Wednesdays and Sundays, and it's always on horizontal because I need to make the ad revenue. And then videos, of course, are videos. Videos, you have to do videos in case you want to like get views and revenue from videos. So it has to be shorts. I do shorts to promote. I do shorts out of videos or live streams that have just ended. I clip them into shorts so that I can drive traffic back to the main video. So it has to be really your decision on what works more for you. If you want more views and the channel to look pretty, keep doing the vertical live streams. But again, those guys may not necessarily come and watch your videos. If you want people to watch your videos, nurture the community of the people who watch your regular live stream. They will actually come and maybe watch your videos as well. That is what I will. How can I ensure people come to my horizontal? Yes, it has to be now. It is networking. It is this talking. It is you making content that is valuable. It is you choosing horizontal live streams over vertical, even if it is once a week. It is those, and that is a difficult challenge. Because it now goes down to your community. Your subscribers are the ones who will come to your horizontal live streams. Because they are connected to you, so they get your notifications. The vertical subscribers, they never even turn on the bell or anything. They don't do any of those things. So it's a very intricate balance. Another thing you can do is like shorts. Use your shorts to drive traffic to your horizontal videos. So you can go and clip like 10 seconds or 15 seconds of your live stream or your video into a short. And then the short, because the short algorithm promotes shorts a lot, it can also like maybe, in case somebody maybe comes and loves your shorts and they enjoy it, they can click and watch the full video. So that can become another trade-off that you can use. But it's not easy. It's like a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of experimentation, but eventually you always get an answer for it. All right, guys, a good story is good until another one is told. Allow me to set up the raid. There are people here who have been asking me how to set up the raid. Let me see that I can demonstrate. See who is live right now. So this is how you set up the raid. So you go to YouTube and then you click on studio. Click on studio, and then I'm going to scroll down to content. And then under content, you click on live streams. And then under live streams, you come to this live stream, and then you click on the pencil. And then you click on customization. and then you scroll down all the way up to redirect. Then you add here. I have some receipts on Simone, but let me shut up. But because I don't have, I think yeah, it's not. She fixed it before I could scream. Okay, so the number of people are live here. So let me see who is live here. Is Cosmic Gold live or she's doing a silent? Cosmic Gold is a good candidate. Oh, I'll send it to Cloud Diesel. We go congratulate him for hitting 300. Cloud Diesel, yes. Thank you so much, guys, for getting Cloud Diesel to 300. So I'll send you guys to Cloud Diesel. I'll send you to the United Kingdom. Might as well send you there. He just celebrated 300 subscribers, so I think that's a great place to like send you guys. Okay. I'll send you. Let me confirm that it's live so that I don't crash a jet. After talking about classic and red room like this, I know they are praying I just crashed the flight. I know they are praying I just crashed the flight, but they will not see. They will not see me crashing the jet. Oh my god, they will not see me crashing this flight. Yeah. I know they are praying. I know they are praying and thinking that I'm going to crash the flight. It shall not. It shall not happen. Okay, Diesel is live. Let me just leave it. He only has 2 people watching, so I think he can use the support. Oh my goodness. Novelty Queens, you can go clip the live stream that we did on your channel so that it can start from like where we started the interview. It's a tip you can use, but I don't think it should be a problem. But in case of anything, just ask me on Instagram. I'll be able to like guide you. But you can go edit it so that you can clip it down and just let it start maybe where it's supposed to, like where we started the interview. That can work. All right, guys, this has been fun. Let me get the affirmation and then we can go. Hey, wait, there's a command that Title Pro did for me. Yeah, that is the raid command, but I need pink heart. Goga and NQ raid. Goga and NQ raid. That's what you're going to type. I want us to put some nice other color. Let's put some different color here for some green heart maybe. Yes. Okay, Goga and NQ raid. That's going to be the raid command. So you can type. That's what you are going to type when we land there. Goga and NQ raid. So yeah, that is the raid command. All right. All right, let me get the affirmation. Then we can go. I'm actually sleepy. Let's see. Where is the affirmation? I had a very nice affirmation here, guys. Let me see if I can pull it out. Yes, I got it. I got the affirmation. Right. And thanks so much once again, Novelty Queens Design. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that. Okay, affirmation time, and then I put you on the jet. Okay, I'm reading a quote by Simon Alexander, and this is what Simon says. Whew, these are very nice. I really love this. I really love this affirmation, guys. Let me just share it. And as I read it, I want you to reflect on the things that Novelty Queens said, because I think you will resonate with it that way. And this is what Simon says. Simon says, there comes a point when you've read enough books, listened to enough podcasts, and taken enough notes. You've highlighted every other sentence, nodded along to every insight, and promised yourself that one day you will put it all into action. The truth is, information doesn't change your life. It is what you do with it that does. And there is a fine line between preparing and procrastinating. The ideas you've collected are seeds. They don't bloom in your mind. They bloom in the real world when you plant them in the soil of your daily actions. Water them with effort and protect them with consistency. At some point, you have to stop consuming and start creating, because clarity, progress, and momentum come from action, not overthinking. At some point, you have to stop consuming and start creating, because clarity, progress, and momentum come from action, not overthinking. Simon Alexander. That is the affirmation, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your gift of fellowship and community. May you have an amazing week ahead. May you start creating in case you've been postponing in this second week of November. I will see you on Wednesday at the Academy. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your flight to the UK. Enjoy your flight to the UK. When you land there, please surprise that brother of mine. And yeah, just congratulate him on hitting the 300 subscriber mark. I think it was a very big deal for him. So let us go and celebrate him and just make sure that he keeps winning. All right. Bye, guys. Take care of yourselves. I will see you on the other side. Enjoy your flight. I'm out.